I don't care if you were walking home from work because you couldn't afford gas all night. If you up, smash that like button. I'm your host, Cronus, for tonight. And on your left, or on my left, Ninja.
So those of you who still own a bicycle, you're probably real happy right now. Burn them carbs up, not your car up. There you go.
And on my right,
like my cheeseburger cut sideways.
I mean it's a circle, so.
Yes, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. I guess I got some statistics to talk about real quick. Listener of the week will be Brittany. Thank you very much for listening. We definitely appreciate it. And I don't know if anybody's in the live stream yet. Nope, because we just started. So, and I did the intro, which is weird. But I have less buttons to press, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to do the intros.
Okay, it's gonna be okay. Cause I switched up. I just realized that I have my microphone plugged in.
It went okay. Some stumbles, but I'll get used to doing it more.
Are you on? Wait, you're not on your laptop, Lou?
I'm on my laptop now, but
okay.
I think it's using my camera microphone, and I think it's shitty. Hold on.
Well, do what you got to do. Whatever.
Is this better?
Yes.
Oh shit!
There you go.
This dude sounds sexy now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, all of a sudden he went from Anakin to Darth Vader.
No, he went from Anakin to damn it, forget the guy's name who actually does Darth Vader's voice. James Earl Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say the guy who portrayed Han. What's his name? The guy, Colt 45 guy.
Lando.
Yeah. I like Lando. Oh, baby girl, you need this malt liquor all up in you.
That's quite terrible, but awesome at the same time.
Anaconda malt liquor gives you a little dick.
Yeah,
If y'all don't know what that quote is from, please go and watch. Jesus Christ, I forgot. Black Dynamite. I was thinking of was it the movie or the show? But it's both. So I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
because it was an animation as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The animation
was what was the other show that they did? Damn, what's the movie with Eddie Griffin and Orlando Jones? They're talking about Switch malt liquor.
It was Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
I thought it was.
Oh no.
No, because they swap places.
Are you talking about
I'll get it in a second. I got it.
Oh, I'm thinking of Eddie. I guess Orlando Jones wasn't in that. I'm thinking of just Eddie Griffith back when he was big.
Oh yeah. Dave Chappelle's in that movie.
Yeah, he was a conspiracy brother, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. That shit was hella funny because they keep talking about the truth.
Pootie Tang was another great movie.
I don't know.
A lot of other underrated movies.
Yeah, all the movies that we just mentioned, go and watch them. If you happen to smoke weed, definitely smoke weed first and then watch. It'll be even funnier. Yeah. So all those movies, especially Pootie Tang, like that shit was so ridiculous.
It was, but why did I watch it twice? It was so crazy.
Well, it was interesting with Black Dynamite. Like, there's like a point in the show where it kind of drags on, and I think they know it in the film, and then it just gets like outrageous, like it gets crazy, like it gets really weird, and then all of a sudden it's like comes to the end.
Holy shit! Orlando Jones is in Black Dynamite. He's in a lot. He plays numerous characters actually.
I think
he plays Basehead. He plays Basehead mostly, but he's also James Brown, Flying Junkies. He's in a shit ton of episodes.
He's a great actor. Remember when we saw him out on the streets? Oh,
dude, I will never forget that because we were eating. So, all right, y'all. Because I've talked a bit about this briefly, but this was
first time hearing about this.
You didn't hear this? Yeah. So this was Comic-Con 2019. Me and Cronus, we left the main floor. We walked down to the Gas Lamp, which is basically downtown San Diego. We went to eat at this like pretty cool restaurant. It was actually pretty cool. We were pretty hungry. We hadn't eaten all day. We skipped breakfast, and we're like, dude, it's time to eat. And all of a sudden, you hear this commotion on the street. You hear like this. It sounds like a band, like someone's just playing loud music at a restaurant across the way, but then the music kept getting louder and louder and louder, and we're like, what the hell? And all of a sudden they stop in front of our restaurant, and there's a guy with the blowhorn. He's like yelling, and everybody come out, do 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 do. He's like in this purple suit, and we're just like, what the hell is this? And then we look up, and I'm like, dude, is that Orlando Jones? Because I don't know, but it kind of sounds like him. I'm like, let's go see. Like, we get up because I think we just paid. So we got up to go see, and it was like Orlando Jones, and he had the Sci-Fi band. So it's basically Sci-Fi, the TV station, was promoting. I forgot what show it was, but he was there.
Yeah.
He was there with like this band, and they set up a stage in the middle of the street where they did like a trivia. So there was like, they had the band playing, and he was like calling people from the crowd, like, who wants to get up and do trivia? And it was hella funny because he was like marching and kind of singing and stuff, but it was like super cool. I recorded some of it. I posted it. I'm pretty sure on our Facebook. It could be on our Twitter from like 2019, but it was like, it was crazy. We were the first ones to get onto the street. So we were like in the first inner circle before the street like flooded with people. It was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. It was pretty funny because he asked like very simple, like nerdy questions, like, you know, I forgot at the moment, but he totally roasted people like didn't know. I think he asked like who's Luke Skywalker's father, and people didn't know, so he would like totally roast them. It was hilarious.
I'm like, he doesn't have a dad.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was a
that
great memory. You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was like
Every
day
Comic Con,
one.
there's always an epic story.
Oh yeah, because there's so much happening all the time.
Yeah, I almost
and it's funny.
I almost got into a fight at like at night.
What?
Yeah, remember?
What?
Like outside the bar, some dude like took something the wrong way and called me the N-word.
I do not remember that at
Yeah,
all.
we were drinking for a minute. Yeah.
We might have been
I
separated.
don't
I do.
think it's.
Yeah, I
think
don't
it's
think I don't remember this story. Were we separated?
No,
I
we
inside?
were definitely together.
I do not remember any of that. I remember you pointing out Marv Wolfman because I never would have recognized him. I've never seen him in person.
Yeah.
And like literally, this guy pulls he gets off the elevator and takes one step, and Cronus is right there. So wait a minute, are you Marv Wolfman? And then he ended up having like this 15-minute conversation with him.
Yeah, he was cool.
But he was super cool.
Yeah.
He was super cool, and he's very tall. Well, at least he's taller than me. He's at least 6'5", because
Yeah.
he's taller than both me and Cronus.
I don't know if he was definitely taller than me, but I'm
Yeah,
average
he's
height,
taller than
so,
both of us.
Yeah.
I was gonna say put together, but no.
Yeah,
But
no, he
he's-
was not a giant.
No, but he was
What's that?
definitely he's easily 6'5" or at least.
Who's the guy that we ran to at WonderCon at the base? This guy was sitting at the taco trucks, like getting food.
Oh,
the guy with the
that
super
was
deep voice.
I
that
called
was
him-
Kevin Garneau.
Yeah, I called him
Or
out too.
Kevin Garveau.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah, that- I
Garveau. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him either because he had a beard, and I was like, "What?" And he was super
What-
cool. He was with his daughter.
Wasn't he?
That was
It
awesome.
wasn't just that. Like he was just sitting with like the commoners. Like he was just
Yeah,
getting
food.
blending in with the people.
And
Nobody
nobody
knew
knew who
who
the
he
fuck he
was.
was. I was just like,
Yeah,
what is
nobody knew
this?
who he was. And it was Cronus again. He called him out. He's like, "Hey, aren't you Kevin Garneau?" He's like, "Yeah."
Balls. Yeah, I can't even
Yeah,
do his
deep ass
voice.
voice.
So deep.
Sound like
Yeah,
he just
super
ate a bunch of
deep.
fucking rocks and glass.
And then took a hit of that what's the name of that it's not helium, but the opposite of helium. What is that called?
I
Like
forget what it is.
diaphragm?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I
Diaphragm?
don't know the word.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
the
have to
element.
you have to like take a deep inhale of that, chew on some fucking rocks or gargle some rocks, smoke a whole fucking carton of cigarettes to get your voice even anywhere near to his.
Yeah, it's super baritone. Like his voice was
Yeah.
crazy deep.
Yeah, it was crazy, but he was cool. He was super cool about it. And like no one, we were literally in a crowd where we're like shoulder to shoulder, dick to butt, like crowd, and he was just like trying to get him some tacos.
Yeah, it's at a taco truck, and I'm just like, this is the dude that made Underworld, and he created the Blue Marvel and a bunch of other shit, and it's just like
Sure did.
just walking around like a normal
And
person.
he was writing. He also did I Frankenstein, which
Yeah.
I think just came out like that weekend when we were there. So or something similar. It was on DVD that week or something. Something big for him happened, and he was at WonderCon promoting it. So it was pretty cool. So there's just a bunch of shit. Shit, I think probably the best was for me was the blue carpet event for Amazon because that was like celebrity overload for me.
Yeah, the
There was
fact
a
that
lot
we were
going
sitting
on.
like right in front of what's her name from Star
Shaniqua
Trek?
Martin Green.
Yeah, we were like
Yeah.
not far from her, her
Yeah,
husband.
we were literally a row in front of her, and then we had like the cast of the show, like either in front of us or standing off to the side. They're walking up and down. We got to sit and shake hands and like talk a little bit. There's people from other TV shows that were there in the crowd, producers, directors. Like it was crazy, crazy.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. How did we get on this subject?
I don't
Like
even
what?
know.
Well, the pathway.
I don't know.
It started from Orlando Jones and how we got to see him. That's
Oh
where it
yeah,
started.
but how do we get to Orlando Jones? That was weird.
Because we were talking about, I think,
No, it was-
Black Dynamite.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, back that
I
too. 'Cause
quoted.
Yeah. I was like, how did we get that? Where did this turret come from? What called? Shit.
Oh, so I was gonna say there were no
Oh.
RIPS that I saw this week. I think there was, and I missed it because I never got the name. So this week, unfortunately, I didn't catch it. So if somebody important died, they don't fucking matter. Welcome. I'm just kidding. That's not
A
true.
lot of people died in the UK, Ukraine.
This is
Right.
true.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's
It's
insane.
scary.
I guess is that what you want to go to first? Because I have some shit to talk about surrounding.
Well,
So we
Wait.
didn't talk about it last week at all. So I
Quick
think
little thing, real quick. Warrior fella in the chat said that he passed his third COVID test. What does that
Oh,
mean? He passed it like he
That
passed it
means-
because he got a
got
plus.
a negative.
Like,
Yeah,
negative.
that means you're able
Later.
to.
yeah, it's,
Means that you're able to be around people.
it's,
No,
fu-
because
it's-
like if you take a class that's a pass, no pass, you either get a plus or a minus. So it's like, did he pass because he got a plus?
yeah. I was thinking sort of the
Listen,
same thing.
Warrior.
It's like it's funny how like only with diseases can you pass something and have it be negative.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, this is the movie I was thinking of with Orlando Jones and Eddie Griffin. It's called Double Take.
Oh,
the movie.
yeah. That's definitely not what I was thinking of.
Yeah, this one's hilarious.
Real quick before we
Yeah, I
get
haven't
into some
seen
shit, I have to say that I'm having a beer from the Bistro's Double IPA Festival. It's the second place one from a couple weeks ago, and it's called Chuck's by Danville Brewery, and it is quite
Oh
good.
yeah, dude.
It's very smooth. Unlike
I got
last
their-
week's, like that beer was kind of gross. Yeah,
I got their
They-
class. Yeah, David Brewery. They also.
For
they
those
make
of you who
the,
can't watch,
Oh yeah.
Blue is holding up a Danville Brewery glass, which is actually pretty stylish. It kind of looks like a.
Looks like a can.
Yeah.
Does it look like a glass can?
yeah.
it's a
I
glass
have
can.
I have ones like that.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Danville Brewery also makes the Omo raisin cookie, which is
Yeah.
hella good.
That's where I know
if
it
it's out
from.
right now. Probably not, but yeah, we actually ate there a couple of days ago, and like, if you want a bomb ass burger, Danville Brewery is the place to go to. Like, it's funny when the Sweetest and I went to Hawaii. We actually ran into a celebrity there. We ran to a guy who was engaged to Lady Gaga, and he
Oh,
was there with his posse. And like, I went to the bathroom. One of his guys came in there. I'm like, "Oh hey, yo, man, like, your guys are from Cali or whatever." Like, "Yeah, we're from Cali too." And blah blah. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Danville." I'm like, "Oh shit, you ever been to Danville Brewery?" He's like, "Man, they got the best." So we basically said that it's kind of weird. We're in the bathroom talking about burgers, but
Were dicks in
know.
hands? That's when it's
No,
weird.
no,
is
we
your
were
dicks in your hand. You're
washing our
talking.
hands.
Okay.
We were washing our hands, so everything was good, but it was still awkward. But it's actually the second time I've met a celebrity in the bathroom. Because actually,
Yeah,
no,
I was gonna
3 times,
say.
because
I was waiting for you
Yeah,
to finish it,
fuck
but I was gonna bring it up because Stephen Moyer. Oh shit.
You're okay. Oh, you're
we can
unplugged.
still hear you.
We can
You
still
can
hear
probably-
you.
True
You had
Blood. He was also
Vampire
in,
Bill.
Yeah, he was also in The Gifted on Fox.
Oh yeah, they get-
He
Also-
ran into Blue in the bathroom, and he was like, "Oh, we should do our interview right here in the bathroom." And like Blue's like, "No, I don't have my equipment," type thing. I wasn't there. I was next to them when that
Yeah.
happened, or when Blue came out, because we did more interviews with other famous people. But it was pretty fun.
But
Should have pulled
I'm
your phone
also
out.
ran into. Well, I should have. But I ran into the black kid from Cloak and Dagger too in the bathroom, same bathroom.
Oh
nice.
yes,
Yeah.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I was. So those. It was funny because Blue meets all these famous people while we're waiting to interview other famous people.
Yeah, it was great.
That was hilarious.
But yeah, what you were saying, Cronus, about the beer?
Yeah, no,
Back
it's
to
it's
the- back to
it's
the topic.
actually it's really good. It's very smooth, unlike last week's beer that tasted like burnt rubber. This one is this one is smooth. It's a very smooth double IPA, and this is deserving of the second place. So yeah, I enjoy this one. So it's called Chuck's
Nice.
by Danville Brewing.
So wait, did you get that? You got that from Bistro here in Hayward, right?
Yeah,
Or is it
so
another thingy?
no, it's from the Bistro in Hayward. So when they have a
Nice.
really big double IPA fest, which is basically it's a double and a triple IPA festival, and it's usually the start of SF Beer Week. And so usually you get tickets to go to the festival, and you have like all you can drink, and you try out all these beers and you rate them, and then the ones who they have like it's a competition between IPAs. But because when COVID first started, 2 years ago, they decided to have like a virtual one. So the people who were in the top, winning bracket, excuse me, for the double IPA fest, they would package up a 12 pack of the winners, and you could buy them and bring them home. It was like $100 for. Actually, I think it's 24 pack. Pretty sure it's 24. No, it is a 12 pack. 12 pack for like, I think it was like either $75 or $100, and you pick it up or have it shipped to you, and you can drink them at home. So that's what I did. And they have another IPA fest coming up in April. So yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing, but yeah.
That price actually isn't that bad. If it's $75 for 12, like for a case of 12, that's like $6.25 a can, which is, I don't know, that's like a drink at like a bar. Or
It is
a little bit cheaper than drinking a bar.
And these aren't like this isn't fucking Budweiser. So these are
Yeah.
like all the beers on this list are more than 8% alcohol. So they're all really good IPAs. Well, except for the one I had last week. But
Yeah.
we don't talk about Bruno. Where are we gonna go first? What are they gonna talk about?
Do we want to talk about the Ukraine
Ukraine.
thing going on?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to talk about Ukraine, and well, first I guess we'll address like the main thing about the Ukraine thing and having Russia just attack, a sovereign nation because they think it's part of their nation still. And it's like the time of empires are over at this point in time. You can't just try to take back, some shit that you used to have. I think in 2022, it's just totally unacceptable. I think that the rest of the world has shown how unacceptable it's been. They're doing everything they can except for outright, violence.
Any troops?
Yeah, because they've done a bunch of sanctions that are like pretty serious sanctions. And the Russian economy has just like been destroyed. Their rubles are like pennies now, and they're having
Less
all
than
kinds of
pennies.
hardships. Yeah, just beyond like their actual like monetary things. McDonald's has shut down like basically most, if not all, the locations. A whole bunch of other corporations have stopped making things in the country or shipping things to the country. The United States has we're not buying any more crude oil from Russia, which isn't a big deal, which I'll get into later. As far as like our economy, it shouldn't be a big deal because we have like less than 10%. I think it's like 8% of our crude oil comes from Russia, and a few other countries have also done the same thing where they're stopping any purchasing or any business with Russia. So
There's also one really, really popular website that's blocking their traffic from going to Russia, which is Pornhub.
Netflix. No, I'm just kidding. It is Netflix too, but yeah.
On Netflix too?
Yeah.
I feel like Pornhub probably has a bigger impact.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. If they ain't busting their nuts, then they're just gonna be fucking angrier people.
Oh, Ninja.
But yeah, like
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard like Anonymous and like hacked either their TV network or something. I've heard rumors about this. I didn't verify if this is true or I haven't seen anybody reporting on this. Maybe threatened to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that they were going to start hacking, but it's like, okay, I guess. Do whatever you can to like stop the conflict because this is totally an unacceptable conflict. I understand from like an asshole level the reason why Russia is trying to take over the Ukraine is because they don't want the Ukraine to join NATO, and a whole bunch of oil goes through the Ukraine from Russia, and the Ukraine charges money for those pipelines to go through the Ukraine. So, I get that, but at the same time, it's like you can't just outright attack somebody just because you think they might do something in the future and have no consequences. So, luckily, we're in a point right now where at least America is sort of war averse right now. I think most Americans don't want to go to any sort of new war unless we're directly attacked. So I think that I'm thankful for that because, this could easily be a World War III. if people were more, let's just go to war. So, yeah, it definitely helps that we had, two long-standing wars that didn't accomplish much for America or the countries that we went to war with. So,
How
yeah.
many wars have we experienced in our lifetime? Because we're all about the same age. Other than Odin, he's fucking about 100,000 of them.
I have seen lines redrawn throughout the planet.
Yeah.
We've been through quite a few.
Yeah, I will say that on the front where Cronus was talking about nobody wants war, I still see blame on Biden, saying that when Trump was in office, there wasn't war, and that this wouldn't have happened on Trump's watch.
No, there was war. This is the people that say that they're stupid. Like we still had, operation. You still had the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, wars that he said that he was going to stop, which he didn't. They kept going. At least Biden. And don't get me wrong, I'm no fucking Biden stan. I don't like the guy. Okay,
Me neither.
but at least he stopped the war in Afghanistan. He did that. And yes, it was kind of messy, but it stopped. Trump didn't do that. I think if these things would have happened. Look at what Trump has already said about this war. He said that I think there was some suggestion about using American planes to bomb Russia and then blame it on China or some shit like that. I'm like, you can't do that. Those are 100% war crimes. Do you not know how the Geneva Conventions work? Like you can't commit violence on another country as a nation and pretend to be somebody else. First of all, it's fucking ridiculous. This isn't a cartoon. If you use any munitions from the United States, it's super easy to track back to us. We use NATO rounds. All the bombs that we drop have fucking serial numbers and all kinds of fucking ballistic, materials that are easily traced back to America. Our planes that we have easily tracked back to America. You don't see any other fucking, nation on the planet that uses an F-35. It's just America.
It's like that scene from Iron Man where Tony one of his bombs next to him and it has his name on it. Like that's basically what's going on.
Yeah. It's like you're not going to fool anybody. These idiots that have no military experience whatsoever, they pretend like forensics don't exist. Are you serious, man?
Yeah, it's funny to me because when I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and I found out they retire certain series of planes, but what they do is with their surplus they sell them to other countries.
Oh yeah, they do.
So they're flying our old stuff. And they just put their flag on it. They just paint their flag and their crest, and that's pretty much it. I mean, maybe they don't use the same ordnance, but I'm pretty sure they do. But it's still our stuff.
I don't think they use the current. I mean,
not current. It's still just easy. Whatever's armed on them.
It's still easy. It would be easy to track down. Just the fact that somebody thinks you could just pretend that you're another nation and then commit violence on the nation. That alone just shows the moral bankruptcy of these people. Oh yeah, just lie about it and just blame it on some other, party that has nothing to do with this conflict. What the fuck are you talking about?
Trump is constantly fucking trying to throw China under the fucking bus. I mean, he kept calling the fucking COVID.
Where did that even come from?
Kung Fu flu.
Yeah, he's going after China about some stupid shit. I'm like, they're not even involved. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, China has issues too, but this thing with the Ukraine and Russia is between the Ukraine and Russia. So,
well, it's interesting because I didn't know what the whole reasoning behind it, and there's a bunch of good videos out there that kind of go. I think Chronos, you shared one in the group about what's really happening over there, and is that because I actually forgot that Ukraine used to be part, all of it used to be part of the USSR, which I'm like. Yeah. Was the USSR a real thing? Or was that's something I saw on fucking TV?
When we were kids,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it fell when we were teenagers.
It wasn't that long ago. God dang.
I know, but it's I remember there being a USSR, and that was something we all should have been scared of or some shit. But I don't see that shit on the map anymore.
Do you not know? Do you not remember that Germany was split into two nations?
I do remember that. It's just interesting, how this shit all playing out, and it's. I think one of the videos I showed how Russia was pretty much surrounding Ukraine, and it made me think of it's kind of stupid to add in here, but it made me think of a time where I went to a LAN party for Warcraft.
Yeah, probably StarCraft, right?
Yeah, StarCraft,
Yeah.
that's what it was. And like, it's when we used to hang out with the dudes up in Danville, and we had like a window where like you can't attack the person for the first 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. And like I was a noob. I didn't know how to play the fuck game. I'm just mining and this and that, and like I sent one of my little peons out there to like kind of because you can't see the map. Like you only can see the map where your character is. So I sent out one of my little peons to go check on the guy to see what he's doing. He didn't even make it out of the base. Like my base, the guy had my base surrounded already. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, what the hell? And like when I saw that Russia pretty much is doing that to Ukraine, I'm like, oh shit, like Vladimir Putin's been playing StarCraft.
Well, I mean, they're not totally surrounded because on their eastern side, it's the rest of Europe. It's Poland and a couple other countries. So, but they're doing what they can to like really put a lot of pressure on Ukraine and to try and get, because the Ukraine recently they found a bunch of I think it's either oil or natural gas that's on their soil, and in like there's a sea that's right near there. I forget what sea it is, but there's definitely energy reserves that are there, and so that's one of the other reasons why they are trying to take over the countries, because if the Ukraine pulls out the oil or natural gas, they could basically pipe it to Europe, to the rest of Europe, and bypass Russia. So Russia is a petrostate, so that one of their major exports to Europe is oil, and a lot of the oil goes through the Ukraine. So yeah, I mean it's just, I mean they could easily just, I mean not easily, but they could definitely negotiate for better rates with going through Russia or with going through the Ukraine, or just work with them. If they want to use, I think a better way would be a business deal with the Ukraine to like, hey, if you need help, because it's difficult to, especially as a smaller nation, to build the infrastructure possible to actually extract oil and natural gas out of the earth. And if Russia was smart, they would use their leverage to actually assist the Ukraine with building the infrastructure to do that, and just obviously take some sort of money annually or whatever going forward. But instead they just want to take it all, which is this imperialistic view of just like, these things belong to me, and they don't. If you want to watch a really interesting take on it, it's by somebody, I think it was was he from Nigeria or Kenya? I think it might have been Kenya. It was like a Kenyan ambassador who was speaking to the UN about what Russia's doing and why they should just basically stop. And his main argument was basically that Europe came to Africa and they drew all these artificial lines for countries, and these are not natural lines in Africa. These countries that we have in Africa they're artificial, but they happened a long time ago. We're going to keep these lines for now, just so that we don't cause another issue with the world. And we're just going to keep it the way it is, and just leave it. And we're going to work forward with these other countries in Africa and Europe and various other countries, instead of trying to expand into these other countries that are within Africa, saying that, oh well, before Europe came over and drew these lines, we used to be all one nation. And you don't see other African nations like taking over these other provinces or countries in the sake of an old map. And that's basically what Russia's doing, is they're using like, oh well, back in the day you used to be part of Russia, so now we're going to bring you. But it's like, no, that's not how shit works.
Isn't that what's kind of happening with oh god, what country is it? With is it with Israel and
Palestine?
Pakistan?
Yeah, in Palestine. Yeah,
aren't they like fighting for land because of it was our land back like 100 years ago or some shit like that?
Yeah, nobody wants to. This is the problem with like the Palestine and Israel thing, is that nobody, people that are pro-Israel don't want to talk about that this used to be Palestine land prior to World War II. So, and the fact that they keep getting more and more land that belonged to the Palestinians prior to World War II, and people get super angry about it, and they try to say you're anti-Semitic, but it's like, no, you're literally just taking over other people's land. So I don't give a fuck what ethnicity they are. You are taking over their land that belonged to them. So, and yes, after World War II, you were given land there, but it keeps expanding more and more into the Palestinian country, and people just they don't seem to care about that. So, and then if you say anything about it, they call you anti-Semite. So, Fuck, I just said shit that probably will get us demonetized. 100%.
Maybe it's late in the game, so they won't catch it.
I doubt
Maybe,
it.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I know
it's not like
there
you
was, like-
used a racial slur. So
I didn't, but just talking about difficult things can get you demonetized on YouTube, even though you say it, even though I'm using like relatively mild terms. So
PC terms, or there a new term now? They don't say PC no more.
I don't know.
Is it something else?
I'm woke.
Yeah, I think it's woke.
There you
I'm
go.
not woke.
Woke or hashtag some. Well, what's interesting too, I'm not. It's really hard. A lot of these like news outlets and like social media accounts, like you'll see footage about things happening in Ukraine, and like it's like shit. Like, is this real or is this some like? Because there's been like I think some of the news media have even posted up videos where they're showing like bombings and stuff, but it turns out that shit's from like a movie or even like shit from a video game, which is kind of crazy. But I know like there was a video where there was people fleeing the Ukraine, and like they were kind of pushing like a lot of like African people who were trying to escape the country. Like they're keeping them from boarding the trains for them to escape. Like people are like yelling at them like, "Hey, no, you can't go. You go." Like it's crazy how racism is like so prevalent in an area when everybody's trying to save himself basically.
Yeah. I guess give me 1 second.
I think Fox News was the one that showed the video of that was actually from a fucking video game.
Yeah, I think I saw it, and I was like, because I think it was a phalanx system that was shooting at a plane, and I was just like, that doesn't seem right, because a phalanx system will intercept it'll intercept a rocket, because one of them saved my life. Like there was incoming, I almost died, I watched my death coming, and a phalanx system shot it down like out of the sky, and I'm like, how is this not hitting a fighter? Like these are bullets. Like they anyway.
They're large bullets and they shoot very fast.
Yes, and they explode midair. It's pretty amazing. So depleted uranium rounds that blow up midair. Anyway, the thing I wanted to get to was about the current gas issue in the United States and globally, which is insane.
Yeah, so to preface this really quick, this is kind of a personal thing towards Kronos, but I don't read your points, but you had to break down. It looks like everyone was on board. So break it down, because I know there's I think you had 5 points when they're each one pretty detailed on the solution. So tell the people what it should be like.
Maybe I should pull up all my points that I had before, because it was basically 4. Maybe I can remember. I don't know. I've been drinking, but
yeah, just use it as an outline.
yeah. So I gotta pull up. I posted it on the Facebook.
So to kind of segue into the whole gas price thing. So you're watching Spear Fingers.
Everybody's feeling the pain, so they all know.
Especially like New York and the Bay Area. I think LA. Like we're seeing up there to $6 a gallon for premium.
6, almost closer to 7.
It's more than 6 here.
Yeah, and some places I saw some places that are like 6.5 in like the LA area. So we're gonna probably see what happened in the 70s when there was like a shortage and whatnot.
But this is the problem. There's no shortage.
Yeah, there's no shortage.
There's no. So I looked it up because I was trying to remember. I was like, I remember in the 70s there was like a huge gas crisis, but it was literally it was an embargo that was placed from OPEC. And so there was a gasoline shortage and crude oil shortage to certain countries that supported Israel. That's amazing, isn't it? And the United States is one of them. So that's why we had rising gas prices in the United States back in the 70s. And it happened like twice. I think it was like 73 and like 79 or some shit like that. It was crazy. But this is not the case today. There is no gas shortage. There's no crude oil shortage. None of that is occurring right now. So no matter what they tell you, they're fucking lying about it.
And just one thing to just also throw in here, it's not just an American thing. Like other countries are suffering from this too. Like Europe, their gas prices. Like America has probably the cheapest gas prices of the world. I mean, outside of like India and stuff like that. But like like other countries are feeling this pain too. Like they're paying like $7 or $8 a gallon.
Yeah, but the problem is it's crazy. So in Europe, yes, they're getting hit way worse, mainly because most of their crude oil comes from Russia. I think it's like 30% or more than that comes from Russia, which is a huge issue. But there's a saving grace for the vast majority of Europeans, is that they didn't build their cities stupid as fuck like in America, where you're basically forced to have a car. A lot of European cities, you can get to work without driving a car whatsoever. You can get to work using public transportation or just fucking walking or riding a goddamn bicycle. But
Or fucking horse.
yeah, almost. It's very rare anywhere in the United States to where you can do that, because the way that we designed our entire country is very car centric, which is definitely stupid. So don't get me wrong, I love cars. I love being able to go wherever the fuck I want. But the fact that I'm so car dependent, and looking at the infrastructure that we have in America, the vast majority of like the land that we live on is like just geared towards cars. It's not even built towards fucking people. Like there's places in America where there's literally no fucking sidewalks. Like, but there's roads, but no sidewalks. Like it's really weird. Anyway, rewind a little bit. So yeah, right when they announced the war, or whatever made up name that Russia wanted to use for war with the Ukraine, when they went to war with the Ukraine, literally within hours, people already started talking about, gasoline prices going up. I'm like, that's amazing how they're talking about that already, because it shouldn't be going up at all. Like right when it happened, gasoline prices should not have gone up a fucking penny, because we had billions of gallons worth of gasoline that was bought from crude oil that was refined when it was less than $100 a barrel. So when they said that all of a sudden, there's a problem with the Ukraine and they jacked up gas prices, they already bought that gas and refined it at a lower cost. So the fact that they're passing on that, inflated cost to us when they already bought it for cheaper is fucking bullshit. It's total bullshit. And there is really no excuse for it. There's no justification. It's just greed. And there's not a single piece of regulation that stops them from doing that. And that needs to stop immediately. Here in California, when I went to go drop off my daughter this morning at school, I looked at, there was three gas stations on my way home, and three of them had their premium gasoline, which is the gas I have to buy, was $6.59 a gallon. $6.59 a gallon. And I think there's a couple solutions that we can do, at least in California, and then the rest, some of it goes on the federal level. But in California, they need to immediately suspend the California gas tax. It's 51 cents a gallon. It's the second highest in the nation. It's fucking stupid. Like they need to reduce that. They just suspend it temporarily. There's we have the money to do so. It's not a problem. They can do that right now, and also temporarily subsidize gas using the $23 billion tax surplus that we have in the budget right now for California. The $23 billion surplus that we have from our budget. Use that for some good use and give people some goddamn relief at the pump. Like, it's pretty easy. And also use that money to maybe, I don't know, invest it in lower income communities and have them build some better schools, better infrastructure, some goddamn parks, shit that would make lives better. Yeah, $23 billion. You shouldn't have it to begin with because people overpaid their taxes, and just use it towards something good and don't just let it sit there. All right. This is one of the ways you can do it. Also, on the federal level, you need to pass a bill so that oil companies can no longer drastically increase gas prices like this, like overnight. You shouldn't be able to increase. I think it's increased in California by like $2 over the past like 3 weeks. That should be literally illegal. You should not be able to raise gas prices that significantly in that short period of time. So if need be, use tax dollars to subsidize the cost of gasoline. This is going to be a huge detriment to our economy because there's people that are just getting by, people that we call essential workers, formerly known as low-wage workers, but they're also essential workers, but people are not able to fucking afford gas to get to work. And we don't have the infrastructure in most major cities for them to take public transportation to get to work. So use tax dollars to subsidize the cost of gas temporarily to lower the gas cost, and also write up a goddamn bill to make it illegal for gas companies to raise costs like that, because I can guarantee you right now that in 2022, all these gas corporations are going to have another year of record profits. Amazing. Because it happened last year. Last year they had record profits, which is fucking really weird because we're still going through a pandemic, and people were still driving less. They're fucking over people, and they're allowed to do so.
And I believe during the pandemic, the price of crude oil dropped dramatically. Like it was stupid dirt cheap for like a barrel of crude oil. And like what you were saying earlier, like, you know, they brought this stuff back when it was cheap. So there's no reason why the price should be going up so high, because I don't even know how long it takes for them to refine crude oil into actual oil for us to use in our vehicles. But like, this shit's ridiculous. Like California, like the whole taxes that we pay for gas, it's supposed to go to like roads and stuff. And our roads are all fucked up. Like there's potholes here and there. Like our street out here was like leaking like water for a while, and like I had to call the city to come fix it, and they finally did. But like now there's a giant fucking hole with just what is it called, asphalt poured into it, which is basically putting a band-aid on a fucking bullet wound.
Repair the street.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like it's gonna rain, and that hole's just gonna reappear.
Yeah,
but like
just keep in mind, $23 billion just sitting there. Meanwhile, we have potholes, and we have people. We have a homeless problem, where you could just literally pull a fraction of that money and just build fucking houses for them. We have schools that are poor. I'm just gonna fucking go on a tangent. Sorry. Let me get back to the gasoline problem. All right. So, and number 4, which to me is super fucking obvious, is just keep pushing for renewable energy and electric cars. Listen, I love my V8. I love the fucking Rumble. I love having, you know, internal combustion cars. And at this point, it's a liability. Using gas to power all these vehicles, it's a liability. Gasoline has caused numerous fucking environmental, you know, disasters. It's destabilized countries. It's literally killed people. I think oil has had its day, and that day needs to come to an end sometime in the near future. Because anytime something happens anywhere, if the fucking butterfly farts in Africa, the price of gas goes up. Why is that? It's because of corporate greed, and because because we're allowing them to do this. If we go to something that is a more stable energy source, like, you know, electricity, and somebody's going to say, oh, most electricity is on, you know, coal or natural gas. Well, yeah, the coal or natural gas are fucking in our nation. And we can also leverage solar power, which is the sun, so it comes down on everybody. Or, you know, other renewable sources. And we need to like really invest in those, because this is getting to a point to where it's going to fuck our economy. And it's fucked other countries' economies significantly. People have gone to war over oil. I've never seen a natural disaster caused because of batteries falling out of a fucking boat. So I've never seen somebody go to war over lithium, even though that might happen eventually. I don't know. But for right now, it seems like a way more stable resource that we can use in, you know, worldwide, rather than oil, because there's literally, I can't think of a really good excuse right now to keep using oil when we keep seeing these issues. It's like every fucking 10 years we have this issue where something happens and the gas prices go up now. So let's just accelerate getting the fuck away from oil. And maybe it's not gonna be overnight, but let's accelerate getting away from this shit.
And we're seeing, like, you know, like battery capacity for like vehicles is getting better, and like a lot of these electric vehicles are selling really well. Like I think because of the gas prices, electric vehicles are actually really expensive. The price on those things have gone up. But like, you know, we got Tesla, but like a lot of the other car companies are moving to electric vehicles, and we got a lot of startup companies coming out too. Like there's like the Lucid, I think the company based out of Fremont, they got an electric car. And, you know, we have the Hummer. They have one. Jeep has an electric car. So, well, like
cars in general right now are actually expensive. So it's not just electric cars.
Yeah, but we need to find other sources, because, like, the gas has had its time. It's time for us to find something better, just because. Yeah, man, it's time we need to live in the future. We need to build fucking robots that can like go out there and just fucking scour for stuff, and we just attack those animals and like rip off their battery cells, and we can use that for our vehicles.
So Horizon Zero Dawn told us that shit doesn't work.
Oh shit, that's right.
They end up turning on us and fucking. I mean, they don't use us as fuel like the Matrix, but they kind of keep us in check, even though they're animals. So
yeah, I think that we can fix a lot of shit, but nobody's gonna do it. So they're gonna keep. The main reason why they're not gonna do it is because a bunch of our people in Congress are getting paid from oil corporations. They're getting paid, millions of dollars, to fuck over people, and they're not gonna care. So
that's another thing that should be passed, where these political figures can't take money from other companies.
Yeah,
it can't be bought.
Bribery should be illegal.
Should.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
you think that it is.
They just use a different word for it.
Donations.
Or
campaigning.
Filibustering.
It's called lobbying. Lobbying is most lobbying is bribery.
That's the one thing with political parties, when they have when they're running their campaign trail and they have like a dinner or something like that, and it's like $1,000 for a plate. It's like, the common man can't fucking pay that and like visit you and give their opinion on things. Like, that's fucking dumb. It should be like $50 at most, not $1,000.
Yeah, it is dumb, and people will be like, "Well, how are they going to raise money?" You shouldn't have to raise money to be a politician. You shouldn't. I think that you should all be given a pool of money, and it should be taxpayer funded. And with that pool of money, do what you will, so you're all at the same level. So, but yeah, I realize there's probably a bunch of issues that people are going to cite with that. But honestly, the way our system works right now, it's fucking broken. It's totally broken.
It's really sad because I feel like the pandemic really opened not our eyes, but my eyes for sure, about how broke our country is. Like, there's so many things, even sometimes we bring it up, but even with the Black Lives Matter things, and actually I feel like it's more with the internet, like people having more of their phones around capturing things, and then we see more stuff on the news, and it's just stuff that's more eye-opening about what's really going on in our world. And it's actually interesting watching news footage from other countries about America, because it really will let you know, America's almost doesn't seem like it's a first world country anymore. We're almost like a second or third. But we still got a good old Facebook and Microsoft and Apple, but a lot of that stuff is all done in other countries. So it's it's crazy, man.
Bruh.
But yeah, gas prices be. Oh wait, so somebody sent this to us in a chat on our Facebook account.
I got it, because this dude is in the chat talking mad shit. Well, not talking shit, but he's making assumptions about us. I'm gonna put him on blast right now.
Wait a minute.
So
I just read.
Did you see this? Because he asked me for a beta, and I was like, I'm not going to answer this because I feel like only a beta man.
He says we're preaching Marxism. I'm definitely not preaching Marxism.
Definitely not.
Like, what the fuck?
But he says that we've never driven a nail, painted a wall, plumbed a sink, changed a tire, mixed cement, and yet we know how to do things. It's so goddamn funny to me because literally everything he listed, we've actually done.
And it's in this building,
on your property.
Yeah, so the building. I guess you get your limelight. The building that I'm in right now, we built this building, including the foundations. To us, concrete. With our hands. We didn't hire robots. We built this with our hands. And also, I'm a U.S. Marine, so that's a huge L, man. So
yeah. I mean, I love how this dude just rolls up in here and is like, he's quoting communism.
Yeah, but I'm not
quotes. But we're like, we have literally not quoted anyone. Yeah. That supported communism, but he is.
And I'm definitely we did quote one guy, and he said, "Anaconda Mola could give you a little Richard." That's the only quote that you got from this podcast so far.
Yeah, but this guy's quoting a bunch of like it looks like pro-communist rhetoric, but we haven't said anything pro-communism. We said pro-humanitarian ideals.
Yeah, I don't.
We've posted.
It's definitely not. As far as I know, communist. I mean,
yeah, it's weird to me how this guy has these quotes on deck.
Yeah,
and I think the stuff Carlos mentioned, was it Andrew Chang? He also mentioned about having it so political parties where they it's tax funded and they can't take lobby money and this and that. So
yeah, I never mentioned anything about public property being changed into private property being changed in a public property. Like nothing about that. When I talked about subsidies, I think that there must be a misunderstanding on that. It's a strange word, I understand. But when you take money to lower the cost of products, like we do in various other industries in America, like corn and various farms, there's a whole bunch of things that we subsidize. Corporate subsidies. When I'm mentioning subsidies, I'm talking about subsidies for the actual American person. So like if we have, it's only temporary. So we're going to have a subsidy for say gas because these gas corporations keep fleecing us as a whole. Use some tax dollars to temporarily lower the cost of gas for American people. So that's what I'm talking about. To be more specific, to help you out.
To help us all out because holy shit.
No. See, no. I didn't say I want to publicly fund. Yes, publicly funding things, but no, not everything. Yeah, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, man. So things are publicly funded. That's how taxes work. That's why you pay taxes. It publicly funds things.
Wait, are you talking to me or the
no,
guy
the guy that's in
Yes,
chat?
yeah,
It is probably gonna be the last thing I'm probably gonna say about the guy because I'm giving him too much airtime. But our taxes are used to publicly fund things. That's how taxes work. If you're against all taxes, then a lot of things would be difficult to like function with. Like we wouldn't have roads and shit like that. So we wouldn't have, there'd be a lot of things that you'd be missing, like with regulations and like how to build a house so it wouldn't explode. So yes, I don't think that I don't like taxes, but they are a net positive when used correctly. None of that is communistic points of view. If you're going to say, if you're against public funding, then I guess you're against Social Security, you're against the school system, you're against roads, you're against like electricity, you're against, a whole bunch of shit. So if you're against all that, cool. I'm not against all that, but I'm also not a communist. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. But anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We might have to kick a few people out of the chat because somebody else.
Actually, let them talk. Let them speak what they got to speak. And yeah, here we go.
God. Jesus Christ. It's interesting.
From the comfort. This is so hilarious. I already said I am a U.S. Marine. I fought for this country. I'm not going to assume what you have done, but it probably wasn't that. I've been to wars. You maybe have not. I have no idea. No idea. But I have, and I've seen the horrors of it. So keep talking your nonsense, I guess. I'm going to keep just doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Let's see what they say.
It's nothing that I said was communistic. This is just, people don't even understand what the fuck communism means.
What is...
So anybody who's listening to us, like, we got a few trolls in the chat.
Or people
it's actually kind of funny, to be honest.
I did. But I mean, if they want to engage in conversation or a debate, that's fine. But we're getting like already judged, and we're getting almost names. I don't know, jingoism. Never heard that one.
Well, it's interesting because like
I guess people like paying high gas tax. I mean, I guess they like having our gases. I wonder what their solutions are to our current situation with paying, almost $7 a gallon in gas because something happened somewhere in the country, somewhere in the world where we didn't get a lot of crude oil from. I think that's where shit got confused because I said Russia, and they said they thought communism, which is I'm not for Russia. Like what the fuck, or communism. So,
right.
So
what's
interesting?
It's interesting that a lot of our past presidents have basically been shaking hands with Russia. Like there's video footage and like them coming out saying like, oh yeah, Russia, they're not that bad of a guy. Notice the impression? Yeah, Obama met with him too. So yeah, like every president in the last probably like 5 or 6 different terms I met with Putin, and we're like talking about how great of a guy he is, and it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, look at this guy. Like, okay, it's oh god. Should we switch gears and talk about some fun stuff?
Sure.
Stuff to make us happy.
What are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna go to
yes,
Horizon Zero Dawn because you got to the what the fuck
can
moment?
we?
What
I was
did you
gonna
say?
say.
I missed it.
Yeah.
What's the fuck moment?
Yeah, you played Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
Yes, I am in the game, and it owns my life right now. Like my wife came in here, was like, "Are you playing that game again?" I'm like, "I have to. The world depends on me. I need to pick Gaia together." Well, is it Gaia? Yeah,
It's
Gaia, right?
It's Gaia. Yeah.
Gaia's the same. That's the name of the from oh god with Captain Planet, right? Gaia's the planet Earth, basically.
Because Gaia means Earth in I forget which
Swahili?
language. No, it's not Swahili.
No.
I
But yeah,
I forget what language, but
yeah, man, I am deep into this game. This game is beautiful on the PS5. Like I last week I talked about how like my character had like a weird glow and this and that. And I guess there was a patch that came out and that fixed that because I actually switched because I lowered the motion sensor on there or whatever it's called. Motion blur. I lowered the motion blur on that because I felt like that was causing a problem, but I put it back to normal and I didn't have the issue anymore. But like, yeah, man, this game it's a lot of fun. Like it's the puzzles, like the landscape, like the attention to detail. Like holy shit! Like I talked about in our offline chat how like at nighttime you can look up at the sky, just thousands of stars up in the sky, but like if you go swimming in the water, like even like if you're swimming in the water, like the reflection of like what's in front of you is there, but like once you dive underneath, like even just looking up like at the sky while you're underwater seems like you're really fucking underwater, which is crazy. But like one of the details I saw was that I was running through a field and like there was bushes that had like snow on it, and as I ran through the bush, like the snow fell off and actually like collected on my clothes. So as I kept running through these bushes, my outfit became more and more covered with snow, which was fucking crazy. But then like when it rains, like the skin, you meet a character named God, what's her name? The one that looks like Holly Berry.
oh, Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah, you meet Zoe, and there's a scene where like you're talking to her and it's like raining and like the water, the way it be glistening off her skin. I'm like, wow, they put some work into getting all these details. But like one crazy thing I saw today was that there was a dust devil that happened. So it's like a tornado that happens in the desert or whatever, or on dry area. And I was like, oh shit, I wonder what happened if I run into this. And I ran into it and like it actually whipped my character's like hair around and shit like that. I was like, oh shit, that's little details that they put into this game, which I think is pretty cool. But other than that, like the side quests, this game is massive. I already put like 25 hours in. I'm only like 16% done with the game. And I'm not even like, if I looked at the map, I'm like maybe, I don't know, like 10% of the map is like viewable for me that I've actually traveled. But yeah, this game is like a whole lot better than the last one. Like they really, really put some work into this game. Like, and I'm loving it. Oh god, one other cool thing. So there's another attention to detail that actually I captured. I actually saved the videos feed. I posted it to my Twitter. So basically, I was playing at night, and like the sun went down, and like you can see the sun set because like shadows will start like because there's mountains usually around you. The shadow of those mountains will go over you, and actually freaked me out. I thought there was like a bird or something flying over me. So I like started to look up to start like try to take it down or whatever. But so the sun went down and I'm like walking around and then all of a sudden like, light started to come back up. And I'm like, oh shit, it's about to be daytime again. And it's not. I actually turned around, there's a full moon behind me. Like they even take like the shadows from the moon like rising into consideration too. And I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking beautiful, y'all. I had a little thug tear drop in my eye. I was like, this shit's fucking impressive. I know you guys were like hella far in the game because right now, like I was fucking spelunking in a cave and drowned, and I had fucking a panic attack almost because it was so goddamn realistic.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean, the game just keeps getting better and better. The only issue with the game is that there's bugs. So, and the bugs are an issue. I've had like 3 broken missions at this point. And it sucks because I'm like, this game is dope, but like these broken missions and these bugs are getting on my nerves, and it seems like they're not getting. Only one part got better. It's like her saying like putting stuff in her stash, like she does it less now. But yeah, they need to fix like the rest of the bugs, so like the broken missions. There's a couple other like small things. They still need to fix the controller thing for me. Maybe I'll have to like send them a message, but hey. If somebody changes the controls to like non-default controls, like they have problems like dropping from shit, and I have to keep resetting my fucking controls for that. It's annoying.
Like the settings keep
What?
changing back to like default, or like
I have to change it back to default.
that's so weird.
These
Yeah,
comments are weird, but go ahead, keep going.
so actually a couple of tips I came across about the game. So this is something they had in the first one where you can switch between like your primary and like kind of not primary and secondary because that you just have primaries and you just basically pick from a wheel. But if you go into the settings under control, you can have it so if you tap L1, yeah, if you tap L1, it'll switch from like, it'll switch between two weapons that you choose. So like you can have like your crossbow and like your line thing, I can't know what it's called. The one that leads the line electric wire across, whatever not. So you can switch between those two by just clicking the button. They had that in the first game, but it's in the second game, but it's in the settings. So you actually have to change that setting. But then also something I learned that with when you're riding one of the machines like to get around, like you don't have to keep holding the button. You can just like if you hold it for like a couple of seconds and then let go, it actually will go on autopilot and it will actually run the trail to where the map is set for. I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm sitting there the whole time hitting circle and pushing forward and moving him in different directions. You don't need to do that. You just let him do his thing and he'll take you to where you want to go, which I think is fucking great. And then also, another tip I saw was that so whenever you are fast traveling, and usually it'll ask you to push X to get back into the game. But I think it takes like about like 5 or 10 seconds for it to automatically do it. There's a setting there where you can turn that off. So like it automatically would just take you back into the game. So you don't need to hit a confirmation. So anybody playing the game, you can do that. And then also, damn, I came across a bunch of fucking tips. There's another tip where you can go into the settings where you can have it. So like whenever you come to a wall that you can climb, you have to use your focus to be able to see where the lines are, so you can like know where to climb. You can actually turn it on where it's always on, so you don't have to use your what's the name, your focus to see those things. Yeah, which at first, I mean, it kind of make think everything look ugly, but man, after you're like trying to find out where to climb and this and that, it saves you so much fucking time. So definitely go into the settings and like check those out.
I left mine to where I have to scan to look, so I'm just like, because it kind of takes away, just for me, because I really like what the artists have done and what they've accomplished. Because it looks like you can climb on everything, because you kind of can, but when you're at the edges of the map, it tells you like you can't climb, but it feels like you can. And then I don't think you guys are as far as I am, but there's a part where you can feel like you can pretty much go anywhere, and so it's like. But it tells you that you're going at the edge of the map, and it'll reload you.
Recently with like the recent update, because for some reason I was able to like leave the map. Like I was literally in the black area and I was like traveling, like it was just open space and like there was animals there. I was fucking like hunting and stuff like that. But I try to go out of the boundary now, and they actually put a blocker on there. So I think like one of the update, I guess they forgot to do that, was to put a blocker to keep you from leaving the arena. Now when you go to leave the arena, it'll say something like, "Oh, if you don't go back, we're gonna restart you from your last save point."
So when I first started playing, I would get that, especially in the first area, because it's not as big. I think maybe where you're at, you hit certain spots where they didn't have it. But what I can do now, I hit that more often now. When I got the first update, because there was an update today that I got. The first update helped me with the third melee pit boss, because he was ridiculous, like super ridiculous. And then the update made him more manageable. He was still difficult, but he didn't like break my combos, so I was able to keep like changing my strategies to take him down, which worked. But I guess there were some minor fixes, but I've hit some major bugs the deeper I get into the game. Like there's an area of the game that's like it's kind of like a hub, but if I get to the stairs before it renders, you end up falling through the map. Like it's happened to me like 3 times already, where I just fall forever, and I use my shield wing, and I'm literally just hovering, like, because you can be on your wing does run out. Like I'm just like falling for like literally 2-3 minutes, and just all right. I just like stop her, and then she dies, and then it resets, and then I did it again, and I fell again. So then I waited the third time for the stairs to render in, and then I was able to move. And then I've hit a couple of side missions that were kind of broken, where the mission giver got stuck in the geometry or
that happened.
was stuck on something, and I couldn't end the mission. And there's one I'm literally like running circles around him, even though he's like on a rock and he like dropped down a mid-level. I couldn't turn in the mission, so I literally had to fast travel to the other side of the world, load in that area, because if you stay within the region, it won't fix it. You have to like, so if, for instance, if you're like in a redwood area or desert area, you need to go to like a beach area or like a rocky area and then come all the way back, and that usually fixes it. They usually spawn like on a level area, and then you're able to turn in the mission. And then I've run into, I got the black screen in the arena. So the arena, if you retry, I think like 2 or 3 times, you'll hit a black screen, and like you hear the game still going, but you can hit the pause menu or like the back button or whatever, or the context button. You can abandon the quest, but then you're still in the black screen. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then I have to literally close the game, reopen back to my save, and it happened a few times. It didn't happen with the
PS4, right?
Yeah, I'm playing on PS4, but I've seen this with people on the PS5 as well, and they've been commenting about the falling through the map and the black screen. I thought I wasn't going to get the black screen because they were getting it with melee pits. I didn't get it with the melee pits. I only got it in the arena. And then what was the other one? I think there's a couple of. Oh, I died on an elevator. So like I completed a cauldron.
What is it called when you're afraid of elevators?
Oh, I forgot the name of it. But I completed the cauldron. The elevator takes me up, so I'm stuck in an in-game, like a real-time cutscene or an in-game cutscene, and I couldn't move. But then when she reached the top, I died. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And then it reset me to the top, and I did. And my way to go forward was clear. But I guess I found out that like when you reach the top, you're supposed to blow up the wall that covers you to get outside. And I was already open to me.
So basically, you had to break the glass ceiling. That's literally a metaphor, right?
I didn't go through the ceiling. I went to the wall, which is the side. But
it was just weird. Yeah, the glass ceiling is like I don't know, for some reason. I think I saw a short that basically showed like I think it might have been Animaniacs, but basically the character was on an elevator and it started to go up, and once she got up to the glass ceiling. Oh no, it was Amazing World of Gumball. That's where it was. Like once they got to like kind of the imaginary glass ceiling, the characters start to get squashed in between it, and they that's fucking random thought. But what is it? I don't know if I can pronounce this. So, agoraphobia, agoraphobia is a type of anxiety disorder in which you fear and avoid places or situations that might cause you to panic. So this is a fear of panicking.
That's the worst kind of fear ever. Jesus Christ.
That's like I have a fear of fucking air. Like holy shit. Your fear is your fear. But this came up because like I was looking up fear of elevator, and like everything it came up was for God damn it. Claustrophobia. Claustrophobia. There you go. Yeah. Holy shit.
For enclosed spaces.
Yeah, but I can't find anything for I guess. It's allophobia, which is weird. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, that's a fear of elevators.
Sure.
Avatophobia. Actually, that just sounds made up. But this is from,
all words are made up.
It's from fandom, so. But yeah, some of the glitches I had in the game so far, like I don't know if I talked about it last week on the podcast.
No, because you barely started last week.
Yeah, okay. So there was I was in a battle, and for some reason the robots couldn't see me. Like I was literally looking at them, and they were looking at me, but they could not see me. And for some reason, like this thing probably was like, I don't know, good 6 feet from me. There's no way that I could miss hitting this thing with my arrows. Every fucking arrow missed. It was like, I almost felt like I was a fucking stormtrooper. Like, because it would go through the sides. It never went straight on target. And I thought maybe because like I switched out my gear, maybe that was the reason why. But like I would shoot at the body. Like there's no way I would miss the body, and I was still fucking missing. I was like, what the hell? But once I backed away from it, then I was able to actually do damage. But it still couldn't see me, so it was kind of like a double-sided sword. Like it had its benefits of them not being able to see me, but like. That was one of the things. There was a cutscene that happened earlier today. Not a cutscene, but like a battle I had earlier. Where like I defeated the guy, and it didn't show me beating him. It just jumped straight into the cutscene, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck's going on?" Like I didn't even realize I beat him because he had hella health left, and like I just did one last move, and like all of a sudden he was dead, and like I was in a cutscene. It was another one. I was listening to one of the audio play, like one of the when you discover like the little audio chips or whatever laying around. It started to play in an echo, and I thought like at first I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, okay, yeah, this person's talking and like the system's broken and stuff like that. But I was like, wait, this doesn't sound right. Like it's because so there's like 3 different discs in this room, and you go to listen to them to like continue like your quest. And the first one was broken, like it had the echo thing going on. But the second and third was normal. So I'm like, okay, the first one was definitely fucking broken. Like there's no reason for that, for the echoing or whatever to happen. But then what's another bug I ran into? There'll be a lot of times, like you mentioned, how like the characters will be kind of like rendered into something. Like they'll be like in a wall, or like they were just there's times where things are fucking off, and it's like super. You can't complete the mission. Like you literally have to either exit the game or reload from your last save point and then go back to be able to actually continue the quest. But and I'm so early in the game too. But I feel like a lot of these bugs are happening from like the last patch, not the last patch, or like maybe the last couple of patches that happened. But I mean, even though it's still minor, the game is still very fucking beautiful and very nice. And like, I just like the fact that you can customize the character, like their clothing and stuff like that, is really fucking cool. Like, and this game is so fucking diverse. Like, holy shit! Like, there's so many black folks. There's Asian people. There's fucking. I mean, there's white people. But it's like, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's not. It's not even just like. It's the fact that they look so different. Like,
yeah.
So
there was one time though. So there's an Asian guy that has red hair, and then later on you meet a white guy with red hair. Yeah. The reason why it's really stuck with me is because the Asian guy reminded me of Conan O'Brien, like the way his hair was, and then like later on you meet a white guy with hair like Conan O'Brien. I'm like, okay, they kind of copy and paste this guy. Like I wish Conan O'Brien still had a talk show so he can like play this game and see this and be like kind of comment on it. But like yeah, they both. There was an Asian Conan O'Brien, and there was like a white Conan O'Brien. I thought that shit was fucking funny.
Yeah, I honestly, I was like, all these NPCs that have like such diverse like faces and body types, and then the just like even like their backstory is like super interesting, because like I've never seen a game put so much like thought and detail into every single character's like the way that they look. Usually it's like there's like a default sort of like copy and paste, faces and body styles. But this game does a really good job of like not doing that. I've never noticed it before in a game. I thought that it was like pretty cool because I never thought about it. And in this game, I'm just like, damn, this is pretty dope to like see all these like different, and it's like the amount of detail. Like I went into it on, previous podcasts. The amount of detail that is in these people's like character designs is like, it's really good, really good.
Very good. Did you talk about your bugs, or were they the same bugs that I encountered?
No, I did about my broken quest, and yeah, it's my third broken quest now, and it's just like, dude, this is fucking lame.
Yeah, I mean, it's side missions though, right? Not main missions.
They're side missions, yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of sucks because I feel like if you're stuck on a side mission, I guess you can skip to another mission, but it'll still be there and tell you to come back to it and whatnot. But usually, when I fast travel in and out, it manages to fix their geometry, and I'm able to turn in the mission.
Yeah. So what other bugs have you hit?
So I've hit the black screen. I talked about the falling to the map. I've had her die randomly in a cauldron. What was the other one I talked about? The side missions not being able to complete, and those are the four. Those are the five I've hit so far.
Well, quick. Sorry, I stepped away for a little bit, but kind of jump back to the NPCs. One of the great thing about this game is that like, not just the characters are diverse, but like, there are different cultures with this game too. Like holy shit! Like the tribe I just ran into now, the one that Ko is part of. Basically, they almost make me think of like fairies because like they live in the trees and like they're wearing like leaves and stuff over their clothes. Like it's like the clothing that they have for these characters is amazing. Like there's a part where you go save a tribe of you go save some people, and like they're just wearing like I don't know like a sack like the stuff that you have in a sack of potatoes in what's it called? Shit.
Plain song?
No. Basically, they're wearing like they're wearing like just cloth, and like they have like no armor. There's no thing. But then there's a tribe that have like they have like a pouch on their chest, and inside that pouch they carry like seeds, and like whenever that person like pass away, like they plant those seeds where their body was, and it's like, damn, dude, that was fucking beautiful indeed.
Yeah, that's the Utaru.
Yeah, Utaru.
They're very. Yeah, it's funny when you first meet them, they're like singing.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the? That was super weird. I did not expect that at all. And they're like singing in chorus, and it kind of reminded me of the Navi from Avatar. A little bit. Yeah, I was like, what the hell? But it was kind of weird. And they're very like hippie-ish. They're very like all about the earth, and if you don't like return yourself to the earth to them, it's like weird or unnatural. Basically, when you die and you don't bury yourself, or someone doesn't bury you, it's kind of weird to them.
Yeah.
And they're very much like they're not fighters; they're known as farmers. But it's weird because, like, I guess like 100 years ago, they defended their homeland, but then they asked a warring tribe to leave one of their warriors to train them to fight in case it happens again. They called them veterans. I was like, oh, that's an interesting pack so that you don't get ran over again. And I thought that was an interesting dynamic that they had there with these tribal peace treaties. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of different tribes, and you'll meet another tribe that like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's going to be completely different from all the other ones. Well, you'll be like, what the hell?
One crazy thing I like to bring up is that since I'm there, I had my first what the fuck moment, like goddamn, and there's like literally so spoiler alert if you haven't played this game, sorry, it's been out for a while, but we need to talk about this because holy shit, what the fuck, man?
We need to talk about Bruno.
Like we need to talk about Aloy because obviously if you play the first game, we learned that she's a clone, but like she ain't the only one, like basically, and like there's literally a scene where only she's able to access this certain structure, and like you're going through the puzzles, you get to this part like only you can open that door, and you get like a little, I think it was like a 10 gig or 10% copy of Gaia, and you're like, oh shit, okay, I can find out where else I need to go. And then what's the name of the actor that plays the voice of the guy that also has a focus that she's kind of following, the guy who like took Hades.
Silence.
You know that guy, the actor's name? Because
Reddick. His last name is Reddick.
He was in
Fringe. He's in Fringe.
Oh, yeah, he was in Fringe.
He's in a bunch
but
of
he was also in oh god, what's the name of the show? Guardians of the Galaxy. He was the guy that was like, no, that's not him. The guy who says like Star Lord, like he confronts someone.
No, different guy. Yeah. He's in John Wick though.
Oh yeah, he plays the concierge.
Yeah, in John Wick.
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy's like, don't worry.
Lance Reddick. That's his name. His name's Lance Reddick.
Okay, yeah. So he's like, don't worry, they need you. They're not gonna do anything to hurt you and blah blah blah. And she's like walking near the door, and all of a sudden the door started open. I was like, oh shit, they gotta clone themselves. And all of a sudden the other Aloy clone walks in. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? And then like these motherfuckers that walked up in this place, they were fucking gangster because they walked in there like they were from the fucking future. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Like they got some future tech. Dude's got a fucking body armor that he laughed when Aloy shot an arrow at him. It's like, your primitive weapons aren't won't work on me. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is gonna happen? And I'm just, and then like when she was talking to Hades told her like, yo, it was almost like when Neo talked to the architect for the Matrix. He was like, this isn't the first iteration of this. This is you're already anomaly number 6. And I was like, holy shit, how many civilizations have died already? And I think for Aloy, I think this is I think it was like a 5th iteration. Like they've already killed off humanity like 5 different times. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this game? Like the sci-fi story for this game is ridiculous. Like I'm loving it. Like it's so fucking cool what they're doing with this game. And if they made a live action version, I feel like okay, I was saying Michael Rosenberg, the guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville, should play that guy from the 4 groups that from the future.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of spoilery stuff, but I mean it's been out for 2
early fucking game.
2.5 weeks. Yeah,
That's
you're
like
still early in the game.
That's 10% into the game.
Oh yeah, because I mean I've hit 3 what the fuck moments, and even though Prodigy's not here because he's running from the food police, he asked me and Cronus if the decisions you make actually impact the game. And at first and early on the game, I feel like they don't, but when you get middle and towards the end, they definitely do, because you need to make some pretty like world-changing decisions. And like, I mean, it gives you time. You're not on a timer, but you need to make a decision about what's going to happen going forward. Some pretty big stuff that will happen. You'll hit them probably pretty quick here, Blue. Or at least you got one coming up, I think.
Yeah, I haven't even found my first the factory that makes the robots.
Cauldron. Don't worry about that.
Cauldron.
You need to, when you find one, it's going to tell you you're probably not high enough level yet.
Oh no, I think I found 4 of them. I'm just not. I don't have the equipment to even open them.
I highly doubt you found 4 to be real. You might have found 2. One of them is mission. One of them is main mission quest Cauldron. You'll get it as you keep going forward. But trust me, they're scattered all the way across the map, and there's only 5 of them.
Okay, yeah, I probably got like 2 because I know one of them. God, the fucking underwater stuff is fucking great. Like, even though I don't have like the rebreather or whatever, just like diving underwater and like searching stuff is just, it's so well done. Like even the way she like swim is really fucking cool, but the way she fucking drowns, it's too fucking realistic, man.
Yeah, I mean,
like I would say the other game that really gave me kind of a panic attack when it came to a character fucking drowning was in Sonic. When you get that, when your character's when Sonic's about to drown, like that music that they play, man, that shit's fucking stress inducing.
For me, it was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, when Laura drowns, it's actually pretty scary. You know, like, fuck, I need to save Laura. To me, playing this, I feel like there are a lot of Tomb Raider influences in this, especially when you're solving puzzles, because they, in the most recent Tomb Raiders, a lot of them involve like moving crates and stuff. They do a lot of this in Horizon, a lot, especially if you're doing the relics. The relics involve those crates very heavily, just like when Laura does a tomb, you're going to need a crate to solve the puzzle, and it's like every time. And I think it's kind of a nod from Guerrilla Software, which is great because they've done some interesting puzzles with it. But I feel like, you know, they've done a couple of sci-fi not like homages in this game, because I feel like a lot of elements from other stuff is in this, and they made it work really well together. I'm not at the end. I feel like I'm at the last mission but I put in a lot of hours into this already. I think I'm gonna end up finishing it in the next day or so. But I'm really liking it despite the glitches. Um, it's been really interesting. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Even though I feel like I'm at the end, there's literally huge portions of the map I haven't even explored. And it's kind of weird, but
Yeah, it's the map is fucking huge. Like I haven't even gotten them, and I've explored a lot, but yeah, not all of it.
yeah,
I mean,
there's portions of the map I haven't even been to, and I haven't been given missions or anything to go that way, so I haven't been out that way. But what I've been focusing recently is like upgrading. Like I've only upgraded a handful of stuff, and I'm like getting
yeah.
into way more crazy battles. So I'm just like I need to upgrade like my bows and my pouches. Like I need to carry more health stuff. I need to carry more arrows. And like the good thing is you can create a job or a mission, like a
Yeah,
mission
that's cool.
to get this stuff that you need. And when you get it, say, oh, you can make this. Some of them require one because I got a legendary bow. I had to work to get that. I had to put in work to get that fucking thing. I probably spent more time than I'm willing to admit to get that bow. And it takes really like high, like very dangerous parts to get, or very like rare parts to even upgrade one notch. So it's just like fuck. And then I've been trying to upgrade my legendary bow. I got a free legendary for one of the side missions, so I've been trying to upgrade that. But it's like I feel like if I spend more time doing this, I'll be better off when I do the final mission. So I'm working on that at the moment before I like dive into this huge like craziness that's been happening in the game.
Yeah, no, like yeah, you having the jobs is really helpful, but it also lets you know like okay, there you're going into is yeah, you're not ready for this yet, so you need to calm your ass down, gear up because you're gonna be in for a ride. Cause like I think one area I went to try to like to complete one of my my parts job basically. Yeah, it was in an area that I was not prepared for. I wasn't not that I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't leveled up enough because I was level 15 and it said I had to be at least level 22 to go there. And yeah, like there's machines out there that disable my echo device, my focus, and like I couldn't hide from anything because they fucking could see me through the fucking walls, and it was yeah, I just had to keep running. And then like there was like the hippos that I ran into where like I try to take off their tusk or their teeth or whatever you want to call it.
Those are a pain in the ass.
That's just fucking hard. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I literally killed this thing before I even got a like the armor off of the tooth or something. I don't even know if the tooth had armor, but like yeah, you need to like have like good gear to be able to like strip these machines of their natural resources.
You need
like I did in my Tesla.
the sonic fucking
Mm.
the sonic arrows are like the best. They don't do very
Yeah.
much damage, but they fucking have a high tear ability. So
Yeah,
tearing is
and
when
if-
you tear shit off.
And when
They're in the
you
first
need
game,
to
right?
upgrade, yeah, they're in the first game. When you need to upgrade, you're gonna need to target specific parts to get them. Because like Cronus was saying, like when you kill them, you end up losing the parts because the parts break or
Yeah.
explode.
Some of them do, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't get them. Like I'm just like fuck. Some of them you
Yeah.
need to literally rip off of them, and you need those specific bows to get it. Or if you're careful enough, you can like use elementals on them, and then they won't. They may or may not explode or break away, and you can extract them when they go down.
Well, like it actually mentioned that in the game too. Like, oh, you got to make sure that you knock off this part because if you take them down, the parts just fucking disintegrate or whatever. Now, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if they said this in the first game, but like, yeah, I guess that's fucking helpful. But it's fucking hard to try to knock off. I mean, as you advance, as your character get better at it, it's easier to knock off stuff. But like, yeah, there's some characters in there that it's like the hippo, for example. Like, you can knock off their teeth when their mouth is open. Only time their mouth is open is when they're fucking attacking you. So it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And what's great is that usually when his mouth is open, it's sucking you in. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if you have your concentration up, as it sucks you in, you aim for the mouth, and then boom, you hit it, and it'll tear off, and then they won't
yeah,
be
you
able to
gotta-
do it.
you have a good weapon to be able to tear it off too. So, Yeah, overall, this is a fucking great game. I wish they would fix a lot of these bugs, but it's still visually beautiful game. Gameplay, very nice. The fact that you can cut the diversity is really great. The story is amazing. But yeah, these bugs. But the bugs aren't too much of a game stopper, at least for me so far. But I know Kronos, you guys are getting black screens and falling through floors and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit happens. You know, I got to be honest when it comes to to games. This is why I didn't get a 10 from IGN. That's why it got a 9, and I totally understand because if you're going through a game and everything's great, and all of a sudden you hit some game breaking shit, you have to knock some points off. So
They're constantly updating the game though, which I think is kind of cool. So.
I've only seen 2 updates. I haven't seen constant.
Oh,
But if you're
like
playing, I've
5
had
so
this
far.
issue. I don't think it's. I'm pretty sure this is not an issue on the 5, but I've had this on the 4. If you are on like an edge of an area and you're fighting, you'll end up seeing load screens in the middle of a fight. So you'll be fighting, and then all of a sudden it'll go black and it loads, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm back in the fight. Or other times I'll hit load screen, and then I'm there for like maybe 10, 15 seconds, and then I'm back in the fight. And it's like if I move in certain directions, if I move forward, I'll be away from the load screen. If I move left or right, I might hit a load screen because I'm in like a slightly new area. So it's like been kind of weird. I've been on edges of like if I'm in a jungle area going to a like ocean or aquatic or jungle area going to desert. Sometimes if you're fighting that area, you'll hit load screens. It's kind of weird.
It's actually interesting that you mentioned that. There's a huge fucking bug that's been bothering me. I'm not sure if you guys experience this too, but basically when you're fighting against one of the robots and they go to throw something at you and you go to dodge it, that they can like the object shift. It moves to the direction that you're going. Almost like say they're about to shoot something at you and you jump to the left. They will shoot it to the left, even though like you haven't even moved yet. Like, because usually when an enemy's about to throw something at you, they're throwing it at you where you are at that moment, so you're able to like dodge it, so you're able to get out of the way. But for some reason in this game, they like the robots know where you're gonna go to get out of the way, so they will shoot it that direction. Do you know what I mean? Have you guys experienced this? Because I've every boss episode I've played, or even like some of the higher up machines, like they know where I'm dodging to, and they shoot in that direction. Like even if they're jumping toward me, like they'll swipe with like the left arm because I'm jumping in that direction, and it's like, wait, what the like?
Yeah, so a lot of the enemies do that, and I don't think it's a bug. I think it's a function that they do, like a predictive movement type thing. There will be a big creature that you're gonna have to fight that does it very often, and it will try to like kind of stun lock you. So you can fake them out, but it takes a little bit of work. The best thing to do is to use the element that they're weakest to against them, and it'll keep them from like coming at you. Because like a lot of them are usually those are kind of susceptible to shock. The ones that are susceptible to corrosion, not so much. It'll slow them down, but they'll take enough damage so they'll wince. But like some of them they'll follow your path movement, even though you're dodging. They'll still turn and curve to catch you, or some of them will wait for you to move and then they'll charge you because you're stuck in animation that you can't move. So
Yeah,
I don't think that's a glitch. It's like more of a functionality.
yeah, it's unfunctional. It's a fucked up one because I'm playing on hard, and yeah, it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you can see it most definitely in the melee pitch.
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's so crazy because like literally the robot will be mid swing to shoot off whatever they want to shoot at you, and I will go to dodge it, but then it would correct itself to shoot it at where I'm going. I'm like, wait,
Yep. Yeah,
that's not how this shit's supposed to fucking work.
That's the way. Yeah, it's a thing. That's what I'm saying. The AI doing that, and it's multiple. Like as you get further in, more and more harder. Usually, the harder enemies kind of do that more often. They will try to stun lock you by shooting some shit at you, which will make you burn, corrosive, or plasma, which will make you get stuck, and then they'll come at you again and do a swipe, which takes off more life. So the melee pits are kind of the same thing. The only difference is they're not spitting fire or shooting elements at you. So you gotta get good at like researching what they're weak to prevent that. That's the easiest, best advice I can give you.
Well, the thing that I do is when I'm at range, when it has to do with like the lobbing projectiles, is that I'll go one way, and as soon as they start the animation to throw, I just go the other way. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
For me, I like using the spike, because the spike, when it hits, they wince, and it will stop their animation from trying to get you, and then the spike will explode.
I finally found one that was better.
Time.
I finally found one that was better than the first one.
Okay, yeah. It took me a long minute to find a good one, because everything else was shit. I was like, dude, this isn't even close. This isn't even close. Like, I found a very rare one that wasn't close, and then I finally got one, and then like I got another one that I didn't even know I had. I just found it today. I was like, oh shit, this is what I got from that one mission, and it's really fucking good. So
it's really funny, because when this kept happening to me, it made me think of like if you ever do the MSF course, the Motorcycle Safety Federation course on motorcycle riding. Yeah, so dogs has this really interesting thing where they can predict where you're going to be based off of your forward movement. So like if you're ever riding a bike, a dog won't run straight. They won't run straight where you were. It actually will run kind of at a curve to where you're going to be. Like, dogs are really good at doing this. And so in an MSF course, they taught you like, oh, if a dog is chasing you when you're on your bike, just kind of brake a little bit to slow down and then gas it. And
run that motherfucker over.
You don't want to run them over. That's the whole point. But so slowing down and like gassing it again would kind of throw them off. And like, I like literally had to take that into consideration when playing this game. Like, yeah, I would dive one direction, but then like I had to like jump back to like really kind of like throw the machines off. But like, it's crazy that they fucking
I do the scan and look at what they're weak to, and then use that, because hitting them with that will either slow them down or actually just completely stop them. And if it stops them, I'll run up and melee, just get some free hits. Or you want to do the critical hit. If you get your critical hit all the way up, especially if you finish the enduring, you want your critical hit to do like ridiculous damage when they're down or stuck or whatever.
So another crazy thing is that I know we've been talking about this for a bit, but
it's good.
Yeah, it's a great fucking game. But so, oh god, what was I going to talk about? Some of the weapons that you use. So like, you know how like you can like where once your staff is charged, you can smack them with your staff and basically charge like their armor or something like that, so you can do maximum fucking damage. Like that shit right there, that shit's fucking cool, because like if you can be, oh no, I know what it is. So right now my skill tree for my health, basically like I can turn it on to where I'm basically, it's almost God mode, where like I can't fucking die. Like my health just keeps regenerating as I'm fighting, and that thing has saved my life so many fucking times, especially when you're fighting like a boss. Like my health, I'll take damage, but my health would just automatically go back up, and it's probably a good amount of time that I can last with my health bar.
That's not gonna last you forever. You're gonna hit ones where you'll probably die. Yes, you will hit one hitter quitters, definitely.
I've already hit two taps and I'm out.
There's one where I've had that, and it was not early on. It was probably halfway through before I started actually killing them. But you'll see, you'll be running into ones where you're like, God dang, can't believe this killed me. But yeah, it's been fun, and it's weird for me. I only use two weapons. I only use the different bows and the spike. I don't use any of the other stuff. I should be using the like gun thing. No, the gun. What's the gun called?
The bolt caster, the fucking machine gun.
I should be using that. Yeah,
that shit does hella damage, man.
I don't use it. I never use it. I never use it.
You have to. When I use it is when if somebody's weak to something. So like right now, I have a bolt caster that has frost, like the void or plasma is void. I'm sorry, plasma, frost, and I think
Water.
electricity. So it's
There's
all
a few.
three.
Oh,
With one
all three
bowcaster.
on the thing. Yeah, actually, I have a bow that kind of does that. I have a bow. Well, I have two bows that have 3 per. So I have one that does frost or it does water, frost, and I think fire, or no, corrosive. Does corrosive, fire and water on one bow, and then another bow it does like does plasma, tear, and like precision. And if you level up your precision, you do the brace shot where it shoots it shoots an explosive that does like a ridiculous amount of damage. Like if you have the right bow, you can probably kill something in 2 shots.
Yeah.
So I've been running with those.
Yeah.
It's been pretty dope.
Well, I recently just got the bow, the sniper fucking bow, and I've been fucking taking motherfuckers out.
Yeah, it's cool. But I should be using the bolt caster though, because they do a lot of damage. Because you're forced to do it in the arena, because some of them lock you in, like armor and weapons, and so I was using it on one. I'm like, damn, this does a lot of damage, but you're not as mobile. That's the other thing. So, been using those, and then what else? Oh, do you use the slingshot? What do they call those things?
I need to use it more. I used to use it earlier. I think it's like some sort of caster, but yeah, I stopped using
Yeah.
it. I should probably use it more, but I used once I got the goddamn javelin, I was just like, all right, I guess I'm just using this shit because it wrecks everything.
It wrecks. It totally wrecks. And the drawback is that if you're trying to get parts, it destroys the parts every time.
Yeah.
It pops everything off, becomes useless. But I use it to kill it. I'm trying to kill the thing, not trying to get parts. So I'm just chucking those, and they just keep exploding. And then I only have one of the slingshot caster thing. It has adhesive, and I never use it. I haven't seen an adhesive bow yet, but I've seen the slinger that has adhesive.
One of my favorite things with playing Counter-Strike was having fucking sticky grenades and like.
Oh yeah, sticky grenades are great.
Well,
I used to use those.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I used to use those things like if my name was Kobe Bryant. I would throw it at people and just fucking run, and like because there's nothing you can fucking do. Like once it's on you, it's a wrap.
I feel like we're giving Devil Tank like a night off because we only talked about like 2 things.
Yeah. I got to talk about one thing because someone called out Blue about this.
Oh
And
shit! What?
This is the Batman.
Oh yeah.
Seen it. Blue hasn't seen it. I saw it 2 days ago.
There's a pandemic out there. That's why I haven't seen it yet. But then also fucking
The numbers are low.
Fucking
Numbers
Batman.
are low enough. And it is Batman. The theater I went to wasn't packed, but it was pretty well attended. The movie's 3 hours long, roughly. Non-spoilery. This is very gritty. It was way grittier than I anticipated. Like this hinges on like an R rating. Like I feel like the Blu-ray version will probably be R. Like
I want that shit rated X.
uncut version.
25% to go. Yeah, well, I don't. It won't be uncut. What Matt Reeves does a lot in the film.
What do you mean uncut?
Is that
you read the R gay? That's what they were saying in the chat. Are you saying are you saying the rated X version? You want to see the uncut bat dick? Is that what you're saying?
Just because you're circumcised doesn't mean that you're gay. I'm just saying. But the way that the director does, he uses auditory clues on what's happening, and it's kind of fucked up. So basically, like, you'll hear someone get fucked up versus seeing it. And I think that's a lot worse than actually watching it, because when you're listening to someone getting murdered, your mind is thinking the worst possible thing that's happening to this person. You're imagining what is happening with this, what correlates to this sound, and it's probably the worst thing you could ever think of. And it probably is. But then the aftermath is kind of fucked up, because they kind of obscure kind of some of it, but you can see a little bit of it, and it's really fucked up. I'm like, holy shit, they really went there with this. So it's weird, because all those people that kept complaining that Batman wasn't a good detective in any of the other films, and this is truly a detective like style film. It's like it's not a noir film. They kind of skate on it a little bit, but um it's more of like a who done it kind of thing. And like, even though, I mean, yeah, you're gonna think, oh, the Riddler done it. Well, yeah, but there's more players involved, and I didn't know this going in. I thought it was just gonna be him chasing the Riddler like in a way that Hush does stuff. Even though I gotta say he's really, I mean, it doesn't feel like he's the Riddler. Yeah, he leaves riddles across, but he's more of like a reimagining of the Riddler. Like, I don't think he's like Hush. I feel like Hush is way different.
Well,
He's more like a amalgamation of other popular um, villains. I would
like
say not for the
I
Batman lore though. Other popular villains from other like creepy, because literally it's like Seven and Saw. Those like John Doe and Jigsaw kind of merged into one character.
I have to look this up real quick because like I hate the fact that in one of the recent Batman movies they made Hush be the Joker when Hush I want to say in the comics he's not the fucking Riddler. He's a kid who grew up with Batman
Mm-hmm.
and basically wanted to live because Batman's parents die, and so he wanted to live that same lifestyle and like see the attention that Batman was getting. So he basically killed his own fucking parents so that he could get the same sympathy that Batman is. Like he cut his parents' brakes so that they would fucking die, and he even got to the point where he had plastic surgery so he would look like Bruce Wayne. And
Yeah.
then like
So
once he found out he was Batman, he like started wrapping himself with the bandage and shit like that. Like I hate that the Riddler is flagged as being the Hush, and it bugs the
he's
fuck out of me.
he's not Hush. He's more like Riddler in name, and he does the riddles, but he's more like John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, and John Doe from Seven. He's more like those two characters in one,
Mm-hmm.
and they
All
put
right.
the Riddler's name on it. He's not like Hush to me. Um, Everything you just said, Blue, is
Okay.
true, but those traits that uh, is it Thomas Elliot? It's the
Yes, it's Tommy Hildy. I looked it up.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I'm not fucking tripping. That
yeah,
has it
it's
always
Thomas
been the Riddler?
Elliot. Yeah.
I
No,
fucked
the
up.
the traits. No, I know that the Riddler has been rebooted a few times to be more darker and whatnot, and be more sadistic. This is there's a bit of that, but he's not Hush for by any means. He just looks like him, but he's not the Riddler either. He's not flamboyant. He doesn't have the suit. He's more of just like this, like like I said, he's like Jigsaw and John Doe from Seven merged into one character, and he does some fucked up shit. And like I said, I will not be surprised if there's an R-rated version when it comes to Blu-ray. It's pretty easy to do with this. Um,
Can,
Bobby Sparkles. I mean, he does a decent job. He spends more time as Batman than he does as Bruce Wayne. He kind of moonlights as Bruce Wayne. Um,
I thought it should be
he's
though.
Yeah. It's so what Cronus brought up like a year and a half ago is that Bobby Sparkles doesn't look imposing, and in the very beginning in the film, his enemies are kind of like that too. They're like, who are you supposed to be? Like, they don't feel, at first, they kind of do feel fear until they see him because they haven't met him. They know of his reputation. And then when they see him, finally, they're like, this is the guy we're supposed to be afraid of. And then he fucks them up. And they're like, oh shit, we didn't fuck that. So I think that was a good play on both Bobby Sparkles himself and the Batman character being his second year because, I think it's Frank Miller. Frank Miller does year one, year two, and I think year three, where Batman keeps a journal, and they
Yeah.
do that same thing in this, where Batman keeps like a log of what's going and what he faces, as he did in the comics. So they do this in that film, and I think that was kind of good. And he notes that this is year two. This is his second year. They make sure that this is his second year being the Batman. Like, a lot of people know who he is already. They know his reputation, but the public is kind of skeptical of him because he's still kind of new to them. He's still kind of scary. Um, but yeah, I think this is a good detective story. It's not the greatest, but it definitely was it's a good starting point for them if they're going to continue on. Um, it's very gritty, like I said. If you have young um, Batman fans in your household, like I would say, like 6 and under, I don't recommend taking this to them because they probably could have nightmares because there's some pretty disturbing shit that happens. If you have kids that you're comfortable taking to, they're like 8 or 9 or 8 to 13. Actually, 13 they should be okay. One just
Yeah,
PG-13 film.
yeah, I was gonna say
So
PG-13.
yeah, but for any kids under 13, you're the best judge for your kids. I'm gonna say that there's some pretty disturbing stuff. It's up to you to decide what's best for your kids. I'm just saying there could be some stuff in here that could definitely mess up. That could give your kids a hard time sleeping at night. They could freak out. So just be wary.
Just one quick thing I want to throw in here. I haven't seen the movie yet. The movie came out on Friday, so it's been a couple of
Yeah.
days. I want to say people who post about this in the reviews, fuck you, because one thing, don't post a thumbnail that's a fucking spoiler. Because in the trailers, they don't show who the trailers don't show who the Riddler is. You get like a back shot and this and that. Somebody posted. I mean, you can if you looked up the Batman, it will show you who the Riddler is, who the actor playing the Riddler. But like, I'm on YouTube and I'm just looking through my normal feed, and just a thumbnail says like, "Oh, this person's the Riddler." It's like, are you fucking serious? Like, come on, bro. You could have just had a question mark. You didn't even show the person's fucking face, and I'm so fucking mad about it.
He was casted a while ago. People say, "Oh, this person casted
Yeah,
as Riddler."
no, he was casted, but I didn't fucking know that shit. Like, I don't look to see who's been cast as a fucking villain. Like, I know only person I know is that
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, Colin Farrell is playing the Penguin, even though he looks like the guy from. He looks like what's the name from what's the name of that show? He's from Wonder Years.
Oh, Fred Savage, but bigger.
Not Fred Savage. Oh god, I can't think of the guy's name.
So I will say there's a very famous actor that plays a very popular or I guess a popular to use character in the film. I had no idea that he was even in the film. He does a great job in most of the shit that he's in. Actually, probably all the shit that he's in. And I'm not going to spoil this because it was a surprise to me. But he plays a major role in this, or a major character, and has like a major role in this film. Even though what Blue had stated applied to me like yesterday, I had just seen the film, and there's an article with the thumbnail of the person that I didn't know was in the film, and they're talking about, oh, let's talk about what this person did in the film, and I'm like, oh, good thing I had already seen the film, because if I hadn't, I probably would have been pissed, because I never knew that he was in the film.
So like this is the guy I'm talking about. So there's actually an article about this too. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
You gonna share it? You just gonna fuck it up for everybody else? Oh, I got you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's
They literally hired Colin Farrell to like Richard King.
That's isn't that Bing Bong?
Yeah.
If you got kids, my joke was funny as fuck. If you got kids, I'm just saying.
This article is from 2020, so this is a good almost I guess a year and a half ago, because it's August 2020. But like, yeah, like like even when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh shit, is this guy? And I was like, oh, somebody said like, oh, Colin Farrell is hired to play as the Penguin. I'm like, wait, that was Colin Farrell? Like, holy shit. But yeah, I do plan on seeing this. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait because I think it's like a 45-day window for it to be on HBO Max. So I'm gonna watch it when it comes to HBO Max.
Well, let's talk about the reasons why you're not watching a movie in theaters. Why I'm not watching a movie in theaters? It's because of the coronavirus. Holy shit!
Right,
it's still here. But honestly, there's been some great news with the fucking Rona over the past couple of like weeks. We're at sorry, I just coughed. I guess I got the Rona.
Oh,
anyway,
damn.
There's been the numbers look really good, even for me, like trying to get back out there to real life, especially in California. I think the other day it was like it's been less than 10,000 people a day in California getting it for like a couple of weeks, and that's been really good. And I think like yesterday is maybe like 5,000 people, maybe less than that. So I'm feeling pretty confident about, getting back out there to the rest of the world again and stop being in lockdown. So hopefully I'll, be back doing jujitsu for a little bit until I move. Then I got to find a new gym. But yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty confident that this might be done. Last time I said this might be done, Omicron came around, so hopefully there'll be no more variants. But for right now, things look even better than the last time I said this. That I think that we're gonna get back to normal fairly soon. Because I think last time I said this is that I heard about Omicron, but it was just in it was somewhere else, and it didn't seem like it was that serious yet, and then it blew up. But right now, I haven't heard anything really about another variant. But also, maybe they're suppressing the information because you got the, Russia-Ukraine thing going on. So honestly, I have no idea. But for right
Big up
now,
scandal.
yeah, no, I mean, the numbers look really fucking good. So I hope that we can finally fucking close the book on the coronavirus and stop, war aggressions. Like, that'd be nice.
What's interesting is like the numbers are going down, but what's good is that like a lot of the mask mandate has been lifted, so like you can go to places now without wearing a mask.
Hey, I'm still wearing it though. Yo, just in case.
It's interesting because like before when the mask mandate was in place and like people walk around without a mask on, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? But now since the mask mandate is lifted, it's like, okay, you have the option to not wear a mask, but like people who wear masks, I'm like, my man. Like,
Yeah,
come
so-
on, thank you.
So Warrior Fella actually asked a really important question here. He said define normal. And I think that's important because I said my statements, and my normal, I'd still be wearing a mask for a little bit, for at least the next couple of weeks, if not months, or I don't know. I'll probably wearing a mask for still a little while longer, but I'll be more willing to go into social settings and temporarily take my mask off to like eat and do whatever. Because for like the past 2 years, I've only gone out to like eat less than 10 times, to be honest, probably like 5. So, and I've done jujitsu with people that I haven't done jujitsu with somebody that hasn't been vaccinated that I knew, in 2 years, like, so that's been significant. So for me, the only normal that I really want to get back is being able to do jujitsu. Like the other stuff, like staying away from people, I really don't give a fuck. Like I don't like most people anyway. So I'm okay with that. But I really and I also want to have my daughter getting back to like a normal social life because she's only 5 and she's getting invites to go to parties and stuff like that. And we've been taking her to the park now with a mask, and I just want her to feel like more of a normal life because I mean she's totally accepted that there's germs out there, and she understands that we have to take precautions for now. But I still feel bad because she's not living a normal life of a 5-year-old. So I want to see her. I want to take her to an amusement park. That's what I want to do. I want to take her to a fucking amusement park and not be like worried in the back of my mind of like, am I putting my partner at risk, by going to an amusement park? Because because
Even
people
at this age, like,
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, at her age now, like, this is like the prime time to take her to, like, Disneyland. Like,
Yeah.
that right there is like childhood memory number 1.
And she's never been to Disneyland. I mean, she's been to other amusement parks, but she's never been to Disneyland. And I definitely want to take her there, and I want her to just be able to like play and have fun. And we play with her, but at the same time, it's like we're adults. Us playing with her is not the same as like I feel obligated to play with her, but I don't want to play fucking kitchen and shit like that.
You want no tea parties?
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, it's to her benefit, so I'll do it, but I'd rather be doing something else. But I'm spending time with her, and obviously she needs like that sort of development, but I'd much rather her, have age appropriate, kids play with her with like age appropriate things instead of, me sort of filling in, or me and K-Mac filling in those sorts of roles. I'd much rather have her like play with her friends, and she hasn't been able to do that, outside of like school and certain like play dates in like in a while. So yeah.
Well,
Rona.
Was that your wrap up?
2020.
That's not a wrap up, but we can still talk about more stuff if you want. But yeah.
Well, there's only one thing I need to talk about. I got to get this off my chest. Y'all ready for this?
Go ahead.
The Obi Wan Kenobi fucking trailer fucking dropped today. Holy shit! This shit. I know a lot of fans have been waiting because back in the day, around the Solo time when they did Solo, they were talking about doing a Kenobi movie. That kind of morphed into this TV series now, which we're gonna get May 25th with the trailer. You can watch on our Facebook page. It was actually pretty awesome. It was actually kind of intense. We get to see Inquisitors live action for the first time. Most of the time, they've been in games or animated shows. Now we see them actively on the hunt. Hunting Jedi. We see Obi Wan Kenobi back on Tatooine, living as a hermit type thing. Entertainment Weekly released some exclusive pics. They're not very. How should I say? They're not very informative or spoilery. Most of them are just like him around like a background. Like there's a picture of him hiding behind a rock, and then there's like a picture of the new like villain who's a Inquisitor with her helmet off, like just her just standing on like rooftops and stuff. And then they have like a picture of her face to face with Owen Lars, the actor not Joel Edgerton. But his first name is Joel. I forget Egerton. Joel Egerton. He's back as Owen. You see in the trailer, there's some lightsabers going on. We get to see the spinning lightsabers for the first time live action. It looks like it'll be pretty fucking dope. I'm excited. Did y'all get to see this? I don't think Prodigy's even seen this yet.
What are you talking about?
So it's
the Kenobi trailer.
Oh yeah, I did. Sorry, I was typing.
It's okay.
Well, no, it's interesting because like I just watched trailer right now, and like they literally talk about how like basically Kenobi is hiding after the I guess Order 66, right? Is that the one?
Oh yeah.
Or,
Much
and
after.
so he's in hiding and stuff like that, and he talked about how like it's hard for a Jedi not to be a Jedi. Like you're gonna do good, and they make because I read the book Ahsoka, and it talks about how like she had that problem. Like it was hard for her to hide her Jedi abilities. Like she couldn't helping people, and that's why she kept getting found out. So she had to keep like moving around to keep from being fucking murdered by the Order or whatever. But like, this Disney, it's basically printing money because holy shit, like this looks good. They're giving. Oh, I was gonna say they're giving Marvel a run for their money, but they own Marvel too. So yeah, Disney's they want all the monies. They're covering all the avenues. What did you guys think on the trailer? I mean, well, another thing is the actor they have to play Kenobi. Yeah, they did some good casting. Like he looked like a blend between like old school Kenobi, like original Kenobi.
It is, and like so it's Ewan McGregor. He's back from the prequels. He came back.
Okay.
He's got a bigger beard. So Ewan McGregor came back to reprise his role as Obi Wan Kenobi from the prequels.
Wait, I also saw that such and such is coming back as Anakin.
Oh, Hayden Christensen, yes, he's back as Darth Vader, even though he's not in the trailer. He is in the show, and then he will also be in the Ahsoka show, even though he hasn't. There hasn't been anything on that yet, but it's been mostly the trailer that was released today. Mainly focuses on Kenobi and the Inquisitors, like searching for Jedi, and it looks like they hang somebody in the middle of like Mos Eisley, so it's all bad.
Well, like Disney Plus has been definitely teasing us because this has been sitting in my recommended watch. It's not in my my list of shows I should watch. It's in my recommended shows that I need to watch, and it's like the movie. It's not even out yet, and you're recommended me to watch this. Like, what the hell?
I don't see anything wrong with that. Actually, it's coming for you.
Yeah, they want this money for reals. But yeah, Disney, man, they're doing such a good job of keeping you interested because I feel like Netflix is kind of slipping on their shows. Like,
oh well, I mean, they released a bunch of stuff. I mean, the new Ryan Reynolds' film is out on Friday, the Adam Project. So, I mean, they released their little, I guess, itinerary like snippet trailer. It was on during the Super Bowl about what's coming to Netflix. So, I mean, Stranger Things is out next month, at least part one
But
of the
I guess
final
with
season.
Disney, they kind of got like the big name stuff under their umbrella. Where Netflix, they're kind of creating their own universes of items, like Stranger Things. That's like their own little thing, and then like we got they got a bunch of shows that they have a bunch of seasons and sequels coming through. So I mean, I guess right now Netflix is just a little bit of a slum for shows. There's nothing really special I can think of that came from Netflix recently, other than the woman in the window across the street from the girl in the avenue that drinking wine or something like that. I can't think of the name of that show, but it was really fucking great.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I was watching something on Netflix for a second. It wasn't Shadow and Bone, but I mean, there was Arcane. I was all about
Oh,
that, and then there was something else after that that I
what?
just
I gotta
finished.
talk about that. Are we done talking about Kenobi? Because
Kenobi.
I want to talk about
Yeah, sure.
the boys.
Oh
The
yeah.
Boys Diabolical. Have you guys watched this yet?
No, I've not had a chance to watch it yet.
Man, this shit is fuck. It's great. This is the best way they could have animated something for the boys. Like it's interesting because every episode is different animation style, and they kind of poke fun at different like genres, which is fucking great. Like I don't want to spoil it, but there's like well, so there's I want to say there's 8 episodes, but they're only 15 minutes long, so you can power through this like easily, like very simply. But I'll talk about the first episode. The first episode is a page out of Animaniacs, and it's fucking great. It's like when the episode is playing, I'm like, wow, this is a fucking cartoon. I'm literally watching a cartoon about superheroes, but there's like other ones that they get into like it's almost like it's anything of the Star Wars what's the Star Wars thing they just released that were like different animation styles?
Oh, Visions.
Visions, yeah, it's almost like that, or even like the Animatrix. It's almost like that too, where like every episode's a different animation style, but like
Okay, that makes sense
it's
then.
dude, it's great. Like there's one episode that's like Steven Universe. There's another episode that's like Rick and Morty. There's an episode that's like an anime, which it was so well done too. Like holy shit! Like
I
these
didn't know
old
that.
people,
It was different animation styles.
Yeah,
yeah, every
someone told me something.
it's different animation style. And like there's one where Aquafina, she's the director of it, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? But it's it's so fucking twisted. It's basically about people getting powers that don't they get unpopular powers basically, and it's just the shit life that they live and like stuff that happen. It's so well done. It's so fucking funny. It's actually I want to say the first episode it's like a mix between Disney and Animaniacs because it's cutesy, but then it's like what the fuck like because it's like cutesy, but then also there's like all this fucking blood and gore and people getting sliced in half and splattered and like it's you guys gotta watch it. I literally watched it in one fucking night just because I couldn't stop watching it. I needed to find out what every episode was. But what's interesting is that in the opening credits, they have the bishop's dog in it, and the dog does something that ties into that episode. And it took me a while to realize exactly what was happening until like maybe like the third one. I'm like, wait, the dog is doing something that's kind of related to what's going on with the show. So don't skip the opening credits. Watch what the dog does, and then try to figure out like how that ties into the episode because it's actually pretty funny. And the dog's always in the same scene. Like the dog is in front of a door that says "The Boys Diabolical," and there's just trash around him. But he does something with the trash that kind of like leads to that episode, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you guys gotta watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Like, wait. Sorry, there's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's funny. I think they showed this in a trailer. There's a guy who he got his superpowers was his face got turned into boobs.
And what the hell? I mean, boobs are fun.
No,
What?
not when they're on your face, and you can't do anything else but have boobs as your face and squirt milk.
Oh, well, is the milk poisonous?
No, it's
Oh,
it's life.
or
It
acidic?
you can nurse an animal or a creature with your milk from your boobs. Like, there's no benefits from your boob face. But it's fucking funny, man. You guys got it's not as good as Invincible. Invincible was like in a league of its own. It's a parody of the Boys animation style, and it's really well done. You guys got to check it out.
Yeah, I definitely. It's on the list.
You need to make it to the top of your list because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I'll check it out. So there's like so much shit that we're watching right now. I think we might have
Yeah.
time to watch it. But yeah, I mean, with K-Mac's like schedule now, it's just like she's been like so busy with work, so we can only watch like certain things together. I don't know if she'll
They're really
watch.
short too.
Well, I don't know if she'll
They're
watch
only
like that, but I can watch it on my own. Fuck it.
Yeah, they're only 15 minutes episode, like between 15 and 18 minutes, is how long the episodes are. But yeah,
What the fuck?
when it dropped, I was like, oh, let me just check this out real quick. And I watched the first episode. I was like, oh shit.
So
I watched the second, the third,
Are
the
all
fourth,
the
and just
episodes
fucking
out?
Yes, they're all out at the same time. There's no 2 this week and 2 next week. They're all, you can binge watch them.
Yeah, I'll probably get to them. I haven't seen anything in a minute, not even Picard. But the new episode of Picard is out tonight, so I'm gonna watch both episodes like back to back. So it should be cool. But yeah.
Picard. Oh fuck. We got time to talk about Picard. Have you watched? Have you watched
I have
it?
not seen. I have not seen Picard
Fuck.
yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight because the second episode's out tonight.
But did you watch the first one?
No, I'm gonna watch both of them. I just said I'm gonna watch both of them
God.
back to back.
Damn you, old ninja! You're like the only dude I could talk about with the Star
I know,
the Star
I
Trek
know.
things.
I know. I'm gonna watch it. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'm gonna get 2 episodes tonight.
Okay.
How many episodes was the first season? I need to watch.
It's not
Picard,
very many, but
I've always
Nah,
liked
it's
Picard.
like-
don't get me wrong.
8.
Like Picard it's really good. It's a really good series, but it's even more incredible if you watch The Next Generation. So
Yeah, if you watch the original series and the movies, watching this series is definitely bittersweet. Even Voyager, because like if you don't know who Seven is, it's nice if you watch Star Trek Voyager and you're like, oh, this chick is part of the crew now, even though she has a complicated past, especially with the Borg. So it helps to understand. If you only watch The Next Generation, you'll probably catch up on who she is. But if you watch all of it, as most Star Trek fans I know have watched all of them, so it's definitely like catnip for her, like all of them. So I'm watching tonight's episode and I'm watching last week's episode, so I get double the Picard tonight. It's gonna be great.
yeah, you're gonna be. I thought you already watched it.
No,
But
I haven't seen it.
You got when you watch it, you're probably gonna message me in the middle of fucking night. Be like,
Yep.
holy shit! From the first episode.
Yes,
So
yes, I am.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave a fat ass comment, and then you're gonna see it first thing when you wake
Yeah,
up.
when I
You're
wake
gonna
up.
be like, oh shit.
I was
You're
like,
oh,
it started off like the episode was really good, and then the very end, I was just like, I think it's gonna be this person, and it was just like, dude,
Yep.
so good.
There was
I think
also
season 1 was only, it was 9 episodes, but 9 and 10 were kind of combined into one, so it's 10 episodes
2 hour.
altogether.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was it? So there's a new Star Trek show coming. The trailer got released today for Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I talked about was coming. I guess they postponed some of the production, but they have a release date, May 5th. So before Kenobi, there will be Star Trek Strange New Worlds, where Christopher Pike is commander of the Enterprise before
Oh
Kirk,
shit, really?
and it's going to be his missions before Kirk shows up. So
Wait,
be
oh,
interesting.
Christopher Pike.
yeah, and Pike already debuted on Star Trek Discovery season 2, so it's going to be a continuation of the crew that we saw from season 2, plus some new people in this new series. And there's going to be another series, another live action series, the Section 31, which I'm very, very excited to see, even though we haven't gotten a whole lot from it, but they say it's still coming. So there you go.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a lot next week. I'm pretty sure
Oh yeah.
we're gonna go super Star Trek nerdy on the next episode because, yeah, especially if you were a Next Generation fan back in the '90s, which I was. I used to watch it late at night, and then I would watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, and like super late at night, I would go to PBS and then watch Robotech. No, I would watch Robotech and then Red Dwarf, and then sometimes Senshi Muyo. So
yeah.
Because they had lightsabers.
And fucking Yu Yu Hakusho. That was a good one too.
I didn't watch that one.
I watched Mission Robotech. That's for god dang sure. I can't wait for all the new Robotech content to start flowing out because they're already talking about Harmony Gold's been talking about like all this stuff coming. We're gonna get games, probably a new anime or a new movie, one of the two, I think. Should be cool. I guess who is it? I think there's a famous anime director that they're working with for I think it's a new movie. I haven't seen any new stuff in a minute, but it's been months, but I've been slowly keeping track of this stuff, so it's great.
What was the name of that anime? I think Carlos, you just mentioned it. The one where Homeboy runs into the space girl that has the horns, and she wears like skimpy clothes.
It's not Tenchi Muyo. I can't remember. I actually didn't watch that one, but I know because people cosplay as her all the time.
Oh yeah, Tenchi Muyo was the guy like the space pirate and the police officer. What was it?
No, I can't. Honestly, Tenchi Muyo, I only watched a little bit, but I remember I watched it only because it came on before Robotech. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Red Dwarf, which was like an English sci-fi show, which with terrible special effects, but it was hilarious. So.
Oh shit! I found it. I think I talked about this before. It is. Oh god! It doesn't have the name on here. It just has the picture. I looked up anime horn girls and wow, there's a lot of animes with. No, yeah, it's Loom Invader from Yatsura Yuri. Shit. Damn it, I can't pronounce this. Yurisi Yatsura. Wait, what is it?
Somebody's gonna get so mad. It's that one woman that got mad at you about saying Almighty.
Almighty.
She's listening to this right now, and she's so fucking angry with you right now. I bet you she's training to become an assassin just to kill you.
She probably is. She's listening to every episode, and she's like, "Oh, he fucked up on this name too." But this is the character I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
Kind of for some reason I thought the name of this anime was a lot easier to say, but like it's really.
I mean, it's easier to
really
say if you know
difficult to
Japanese. I'm just saying. You don't say arigato like we say arigato. I'm just saying.
It should be Yurisi Yatsura. It's how it should be pronounced.
Fuda?
I like how you said that. That's how it should be pronounced with ultra confidence, knowing that you don't speak Japanese. All good. You speak some Japanese.
I took Japanese, and like it's pretty easy to read it if you know like how the vowels and stuff sound. Like it's not like America where fucking A could be silent.
And they say I before E except after C, except I before E is the. It's like it's mixed up. Like usually it's like the other way around. Like there's more words. E before I's than I before E's, but whatever.
Like I think like receive is like one of those words where the I becomes before the E, or some
except after C.
English language. I don't really want to get there because God, I'm not good at it at all.
Yeah, hold on. I got to pull up like the actual words because people think I'm like lying about this, but there's like a whole bunch of like words that are shit. I'm trying to like pull up like a list.
Wait, what specific words are you talking about?
No, because when they tell you like in school I before E except after C, it's not true because like most words are the other way around. It's E before
There's
I.
like a wiki page for it.
But yeah, I'm trying to find like the page where it says like all the words that like have that rule exception, and it's like way more than what you think.
Well, I see like a coffee cup that has it, that has words that it basically says I before E, unless you leisurely
after C.
decide 8 overweight herons to forge their savior concedes. Where all those words are words where E becomes before I.
Oh, there are 923 words that break the I before E rule. 44 words actually follow the rule.
Yeah, it's
Goddamn.
like icier, dicier, spicier, zeitgeist. There's a bunch of them. Veiny, beige, neighing, geisha, leisurely, foreign, sovereign, seize, caffeine, slay, away, seismic, atheist, keisters, forfeit, forbidden. There's a shitload. All right, they fucking lied to you.
The education. Well, it's great too because like I grew up and they used to say like the vowels are A E I O U, and sometimes Y and W. And I mean we talked about this on the podcast before. People are like W, like what the fuck? Like yeah, W sometimes is a vowel because a lot of times like I can't remember what makes a letter a vowel, and there's certain words where W is a vowel. And let me look up and see what it is.
The only thing that came to mind is like Y, but then there's also Y. So
yeah,
which is sometimes the vowel. So
it says sometimes when it's teamed up with an A, E, or O to spell a sound.
So then you like cow, but there's OW. So
I think there's other. I can't think of words in English that. Which is my main language. Sorry, that might have like led to like does Cronus know more than one language? Not really. So I used to know ASL like fluently, but not anymore. But yeah, I'm thinking of like Russian or some shit where there's like very few vowels in like a lot of their written like words and shit, and a couple other like Eastern languages.
So wait, it's funny. So we're talking about vowels right now. So I kind of talked about like wait, am I frozen?
Yes, you are.
No.
Just let it go, bro.
Shit, I got
you got to sing the song now until you fix your screen. Oh, there we go. Nope, you're still frozen.
I'm still frozen.
Yeah.
So
Elsa status.
Okay, this is something that popped up recently, and it's fucking funny as hell. So, what do you think the word yesternight means?
Yesternight?
Yesternight.
Oh, yesternight.
The night before?
Okay. Would you think that that's a real word or like a ghetto made up word?
I mean, I think it was like a super old timey word.
Yeah, it
like a fucking fortnight.
Yeah, something that you would say in like early 1800s, just like quotidian.
Yeah, so there's a girl on TikTok. She was talking about how her parents gaslighted her yesternight, and people were giving her shit like, "Oh, you're making up another ghetto word and blah blah blah." And I looked it up and I was like, "Holy shit, this word is hella old! Like this is like Shakespearean time. Like even though the way she used it was correct, like she talked about how like basically last night her parent gaslighted her, but she said yesternight. I was like, wow. Yeah. But then there's other people like, wow, that's actually such a fantastic word to use. Like yesternight, like oh shit, like yesternight I was getting some poutine.
So the word can be a noun or an adverb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think people. This is the problem with people, and I am people. All right, so I understand this is like it's an issue with like people in general. Is that when you hear something that doesn't sound correct, you automatically think that it's not correct, but it could be correct. And so that's the issue. So like I'll give you a perfect example. Like the other day, and I was not even mad about this because I was wrong. I was my sister and my niece, who's obviously my sister's daughter, we were hanging out. Oh, she was in the chat right now because she would fucking laugh about this. We were watching something, and then we were talking about like Mary J. Blige, and I was like, we're talking about the Super Bowl and the halftime show, and I was like, yeah, Mary J. Blige looked pretty good. You know, I'm pretty sure she's in her 60s, and my sister was like, no, she's like my age, and then my niece is like laughing, and I'm like, really? I was like, because she was like, older than me, and like when I was in, like she was an adult when I was a teenager. And so me and like I'm thinking in my kid brain, like she must be like way older than me, you know, when I was in my teenage years. She has to be like much older to like have like a working career as an adult, being like a superstar in the 90s singing. And so turns out she's literally my sister's age. And and my sister, she's 50. So, she's not that old. But it is funny because like my niece said, he was super confident when he said that. And I was like, haha, yeah. I was in my mind. I was like, I was, but I was wrong. Like, she's not in her 60s. She's in her early 50s. So it's like, I just thought, because like when I was a kid, it's like one of those things of like, I was thinking about like later on, like there are like singers, like I remember when we were growing up, I remember hearing Queen for the first time. And then like I remember hearing Queen, I was like, this is a dope ass band. But then like Freddie Mercury had already died at the point to when I heard Queen. And so for me, it was just like, damn, that's fucking weird. And then I started thinking about, well, think about kids that are alive today that heard of like Michael Jackson, but now he's dead. And it's just like, you don't like when you're a kid, I think your perception of time is like way off. So
yeah, because when you hear it and it's good, you're like, where's the rest of this artist's work? When's their next album coming? And someone's like, oh, they died. You're like, what? Your whole world, because you're introduced to something new, and you're thinking that more of this can still be coming.
Yeah, but Mary J. Blige is alive. Sorry, just to be clear, Mary J. Blige is 100% alive.
Yeah. But as far as Michael Jackson goes, and as far as Queen goes, you're thinking like, this band is great. Where's the rest of their music? When's their next album? Are they going to go on tour? And then you find out like, they either broke up or somebody died, and you're like, well, shit. And then you find out how long they've had a musical career as well.
A perfect example of that is with Missy Elliott. I think she performed at the Super Bowl like a couple of years ago. And like all of a sudden her music was topping charts here and there because people were like, oh shit, Missy Elliott, like this person is really good. And like people didn't know that she's been around for like years, and like they just thought her music was new. And so she started fucking trending for a while, which was kind of crazy. It's just
damn kids.
Yeah, I think it's because I haven't heard of any of Mary J. Blige's music in like so long as an adult. It's like I just assumed that she like kind of got older and just like stopped making music. But she probably has made like music, but she hasn't made like a bunch of hits, at least that I've heard, in the past at least like 10 years. That I can remember. I could be 100% wrong. People are probably gonna get mad and fucking angrily typing at me, but she hasn't, like, if you compare any of her songs that have been recent that I don't know of, you cannot possibly compare them to like the songs in the 90s when she was like topping charts, all the time. So I just assumed that she was older.
Oh, I think she has a new album out. She has like a new album because there's a couple songs that are on this list that are out this year.
Good, because I mean she's still got it.
Yeah, I think the one that I keep hearing that people are talking about is really good is Rent Money. That's like one of the more recent. That's literally out this year.
I think
I couldn't stand Mary J. Blige for like the longest time, but then I learned like her history and stuff, and like where her pain from her, because I always felt like her songs, she's just always crying and complaining. Of like, God, just fucking sing about something good. But then like knowing exactly that she was going through it, like, oh shit, she was singing about some real fucking pain.
Yeah. She wasn't singing about ex-boyfriends that didn't really do her dirty. Right. She's singing about like real shit.
Real shit. Hey, you want to know some real shit? Dr. Dre is almost 60 years old.
Yeah.
See, he's almost
60.
He's
really old. Yeah. He still looks, he's in pretty good shape.
He still looks like he works out.
Yeah.
Like, did he have like a stroke recently or some shit? Like
maybe
maybe it's stressed from out because he was like going through a divorce or something like that, and like he was hospitalized for a while.
Dude, when he got out of the divorce, he took pictures of like he threw a party. He had pictures where he's like free, and he had like balloons that spelled divorce with balloons and shit. It was crazy. Crazy. I never know. I mean, he has the money.
Yeah, but he also had to pay her a bunch
of money. But he still got money even after paying her. I mean, he was close to a billionaire. So,
but still, like, don't get me wrong. There are times where I think a woman or a significant other, partner, whatever, does deserve some financial compensation from another person. But to me, it's like, it's pretty narrow, and it has to do with like destroying somebody else's life. And I think that's when you talk about financial compensation. or if you had direct involvement in improving their career, like literal direct involvement, and you gave up part of your career to help them out, then I believe that there's something to say about that. But other than that, like I don't really believe in like alimony. Like it's fucking bullshit. Like you shouldn't be able to just get paid off somebody's shit that they worked hard on, just because you were around.
And your name is nowhere near on it. Your name's not on the letterhead, not on any of the documents. You were just married to the person at the top, and then you feel that you're entitled to half, even though you didn't help
and
out.
It's not. I hate that shit. When they say half, it's not fucking half. It's not half. Like people always say it's half, but it's very rarely is it half. It's half of your shit, but it's not half of their shit.
Oh yeah.
So to me, math goes that's 75% of fucking everything.
Damn.
Well,
think about it. If someone else, or let's just say the breadwinner, bought 90% of the stuff in the house, cars, furniture, services even, and you did 10%, and you're going through divorce, that's a come up for you. If you're saying I'm entitled to this because I was there, but I only gave 10%, but I deserve 50 or 90 because that's what they're going to ask in court. I want my 50, and you're probably going to get, even if you get 35%, that's still a come up.
But like I said, there are situations where I believe that somebody does deserve that.
Yes, of course.
If they didn't do you dirty, if they're not like, I don't want to get into specifics, but if you're not doing like really fucked up shit to you or somebody that you know or something like if you just want to get a clean break, if you don't like the person anymore, or whatever, like you should not be entitled to half of their earnings. Like it just does not make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah,
so I wanted to look up to see because Jeff Bezos, he just went through divorce 2 years ago.
Who?
And his wife got
fuck that guy.
I guess 79%, but she had a stake into Amazon. It says that she was involved in it. So her name is Mackenzie Scott.
But didn't he cheat on her though?
He had
a mistress, didn't he?
So. Yeah, even
cheat on her.
I mean, all right. So cheating is bad.
Yeah,
cheating is bad.
And if you're married, I'm pretty sure there's a clause in there cheating is like kind of voids or nulls your contract in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but cheating is bad, but do you need to get paid? Because look, it's bad. I get it, but just fucking break up. I don't understand why you need to get paid over somebody cheating.
$35.6 billion is what she got paid.
But also when you I've never been married, so I don't know, but I do know that there's certain things, at least in our state, you can sue your spouse for basically breaking a contract, and adultery is one of them.
You can, and it's currently legal, but honestly, I'll be 100% honest. All right, if you decide you want to cheat on somebody, you should be an adult and just tell them, "Hey, shit ain't working out. I just want to get divorced."
Mm-hmm.
Just don't cheat on somebody. I'm 100% not for cheating. Just either get separated or get a divorce, and then do your thing. But at the same time, how much damages is somebody cheating you actually worth? How much damages are you actually doing to a person?
Yeah, see, that's when I think the judge has to decide.
That's the problem. But there's also times to where there's no cheating involved at all, and somebody just wants to get away from somebody else, and you still gotta fucking pay, and that's a huge issue.
The one time I wish Prodigy was here.
I'm looking at on Forbes right now. This is an article posted in March. Actually, wait, what the fuck? It says real-time net worth for Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She is the number one paid person, or the woman's worth $41.7 billion, and this is 2 years after her divorce from Jeff Bezos. She's still rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Her net worth is going up. This is crazy.
Well, She donated money to charity too.
She does donate money all the time.
I wish I could do a thing about charity, only because like,
Yeah.
we have a nonprofit
Tax
that we're doing, and like now that I understand like how nonprofits work and how donations work. Oh man, they're kind of fucked up, but also I'll take the money. Like that being a nonprofit, because we're using it to help people. Like we're legit going to use the money to help people. That's where the vast majority of all the money is going to go, is to help people. But most of these people that are these, wealthy people that are donating money are doing it to offset taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Definitely.
not like it's not some altruistic thing. If you want to be altruistic, then you would just give somebody money and like not,
Not ask for a receipt.
yeah. So, but also, I'll take the money to help somebody else.
Oh yeah, hey, that's totally fine. It's just funny to me, like, I need Prodigy on here for this moment because there's a basketball player. I just watched this on a podcast. He's known as probably one of the most pettiest players, and it involves his ex-wife because they were going back and forth because she was claiming things that he didn't do and was crying in court and stuff and was asking for half his money. And he was like, she didn't work, like zero work. She was lying about certain things, but demanded like 30 million or more from him. And when he proved that she was lying, he like countersued. And they kept going back and forth in court. I can't remember his name. I think he's a Golden State Warrior, or he was. But it was super all bad because he kept posting on Instagram like all the shit that she was doing, and he kept coming out on top. He kept like winning his cases. He said he literally states how many cases he's won against his ex, and what he kept doing to her to be petty about it. It was super crazy. I can't.
It's hard. It's hard not to be petty about shit like that, but
dude, I'm petty about fucking minor shit, and this dude was talking about millions.
Yeah, it's hard enough to make millions, and the fact that when somebody else comes at you and they have not put in the same sort of effort to make millions is just like, man. And it's just like, I'm not even just talking about women, like in general, like so please don't take this as like that, because I've seen dudes do this shit too, of like people that make a bunch more money.
Rare.
More than the other person, and then all of a sudden they're, oh, my dick's all in the dirt. I'm just gonna, get a divorce and like, mooch off somebody for the rest of my fucking life. Fuck that. Like, find yourself and make, make your own life. But people just, they want to take that way out, which is like, but it's also kind of weird because like in America, you're not incentivized to make around the same money as like somebody else. This is a huge spoiler alert. If you're married and you make around the same amount of money as your partner, don't file jointly. Like to do your taxes, like stop filing jointly. Like just file separately, and then just try it once. Just do like do a trial run, do a trial run of filing together, and then file separately, and then see where your tax returns could be. Because the American system is not set up for people making around the same amount of money being advantageous on your taxes. It's just not at all. It's made for somebody to make vastly more than the other person and then getting tax benefits from the person that makes a little bit because they put them in the same bracket as the person that makes more money. And it's like a whole thing. There's fucking books on it that I read. So, yeah, it's fucked up.
It gets fucking complicated.
Yeah.
Like I think for the Swedish night, we did that one year where I just wanted to see like what the difference would be. Like I would have got hella money back tax wise, and she would have to pay like some back. But by us combining, it lowered how much like we had to pay or what. It's weird. It's I don't. Taxes are fucking weird. I got to do ours for this year, so it's just
you don't have a CPA?
No, we don't.
Oh,
I guess we should now.
Yeah, you have a house. Please get a CPA.
Yeah.
I can refer you to somebody.
Well, no,
actually, we all know
guy...
someone that's a CPA.
Oh yeah, but no, I hit up your guy and they were like, "Oh, we're not taking new customers." I'm like,
"Oh, my guy?
Oh, that's the worst."
Yeah.
Oh no, I got a new guy.
Oh, okay.
Because my old guy, he only takes certain people now. So
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
That's the worst when people recommend you to like a CPA and they're like, I can't take on new customers, or I can't take on new guests or whatever because they're so swamped. Because this is super busy time for them.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
My new
dude,
guy is definitely
right.
taking at least he's at least going to take at least one more person on. But he does the same amount of a good job as like my old guy. So I'm sad. And
Yep.
my old guy recommended my new guy. So
Yeah,
oh
when I talked to your
shit.
old guy, he was like, you have any? How much? He basically was like, do you have any
How
dollars in
much money
stock?
you
I'm like,
got?
no.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we're not taking those kind of customers. I'm like, oh fuck, all right.
Damn.
yeah,
She said you
hey,
ain't.
I got dropped too. I mean, like if back when I was in Iraq, I'd have been fine. But I don't make Iraq money anymore. So yeah.
Damn.
It's sorry, I hate that I always keep bringing up TikTok, but there's somebody who posted a video. They were like in the military or whatever, not right? And they posted like, oh man, they're giving us lobster and steak dinner every fucking night this week. Like, damn, this is the government hooking us up. And then like it stitched with another video with another like somebody who was in the military. They're like, yeah, you're about to go to war. Like they're basically buttering you up. But I don't. It's a TikTok video. It could have been just for fun. So I'm not really sure how that fucking happened. But I always hear like, contract. I know like when they try to recruit you to join the military, they like try to show you all the glitz and glamours of how things are going to be, and then like oh, you're going to get a $1,000 grant to pay for college, and it's like, oh, if you live long enough to go to college.
Yeah, there's definitely there's benefits to being in the military, but there's also a lot of risks too. Which is, any honest person in the military will tell you the risks. But I think any honest person in the military will tell you that we accept those risks. So like the vast majority of us, like even when I joined, I don't have rose-colored glasses anymore when it comes to the military. But at the same time, I would still do it again. I would still take the same amount of risk. Join the military because, I did not want to go to college, and there's no way that I would have gotten to the point to where I am today without the military. Like there's just not. I didn't have I don't have some crazy affluent family that was going to, nudge my way through some corporation to like get me up the corporate ladder. I didn't have, there was no buttering up anything to get me through life. I had to do it on my own, and without college, it's very difficult to do. So
You need to be Patrick Bateman.
I don't even.
Plus you're not
If you know
thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Patrick, if you know who Patrick Bateman is, it's the main character from American Psycho.
Oh,
He's
I know.
just chopping
Yeah,
people up.
yeah. I could have gone that route, but
Just chop up socialites and take over their identities and be like, yeah,
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
so and so. It's all crazy, but shit. I had something
Should we
to
wrap
say
this
to
up?
Blue, and now I can't remember. Oh, that's what I got. I got advice for you, Blue. You should probably spend less time on TikTok, more time with Aloy. There you go.
Oh, I have been. Holy shit, please. If seriously they made a live action movie of this game, like they literally need to be shot for shot of this game, because everything else it's like, okay, you guys just wasting fucking money and my time.
There's a lot of side missions, so you can cut some of those out. So
no,
Yeah, I guess that's
no,
true.
don't cut them out. Do the side missions. Have fun.
Well, if you're doing the live action, so
Oh,
personally,
sorry. Yeah.
if you're doing live action, yeah, no. If you're doing the game, you should most definitely do side missions because you can come up with some gems. I just got a legendary item from doing the side mission, so yeah, do them side missions. I feel like the game is kind of setting up two other games, like a prequel game and a sequel game. So y'all have to get, I guess, as far as I am, to so to speak, to fully understand, because I don't want to spoil anything.
They need a
if you
far.
haven't gotten
They need
where
a
I'm at.
Far Zenith game.
Yeah, so that's why I think the prequel game would come into play. So, and then like a sequel game would be the continuation of Far Zenith mixed with Horizon. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I think I'm towards the end because there's a lot of shit that just went down, Like I literally resolved one of the major plot points.
Nice.
So then I got another one to tackle on. But I want to upgrade. I'm focusing on upgrading now.
Upgrading is
And
fucking hard because you have to like make jobs.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. It the actually making the job system is actually really cool to like find the components that you need.
Mhm.
But goddamn, it's exhausting
Yep.
sometimes. You have to get like some component from like some incredibly difficult fucking, machine. Like
Machine.
today, I met up with like a fire claw, basically a fucking bear that's on fire, and it's a machine. And I was just like, I tried to kill it, and I got close, and then I misdodged a fucking single rock, and I died instantly. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck your couch.
Yeah. I think the worst happened to me today because I needed one part, just one, from this one fucked up ass fucking machine that keeps jumping around. It's basically an angry monkey that shoots fire. And I fucking kill it, but killing it destroyed the part that I needed. So I had to
Well-
go back and fucking kill this thing. And it's never by itself. It's always in like it's either in pairs or a fucking colony. So it's fucking. I have to
Well,
like kill this whole
The
colony
clamber
again
jaws.
just to get
Yeah.
the part. Oh,
We all know what the hardest animal or the hardest thing to kill in the fucking game is fucking birds. Like like those little fucking things are hard to fucking kill, dude.
I kill
I
them
be
all the
killing
time.
those birds left
Just slow
and
down
right. I
time.
kill them
No,
all-
no, no. If you
I-
miss or you think that it's right in front of you, but it turns out like it's behind a rock or something, and then you just fucking shoot the arrow and all of a sudden it flies away. Like yeah,
When it flies away, I use concentration, shoot it
Yeah.
right out of the air.
That's what I do.
It's,
Yeah,
nah,
I
those birds. It's almost like playing duck hunt. I was
Stop.
waiting for a little dog to pop up and start laughing at me because I fucking missed.
Yeah, you need to get your concentration up. You'll be able to shoot them right at the sky with ease, real easy. I'll be doing that left and right. I think the hardest ones are the ones that burrow into the ground, like scorpions and like crabs. If you miss, they're in the
Yeah, fucking
ground.
hunt.
They're gone.
Oh damn,
There
we
we
got
go.
hunt for those things too.
Yeah.
It's
If you, I mean, it's not a you have to, but you should.
I wait before we wrap up here. Like I want somebody to do an animate, like reanimate some of the scenes where she uses like her. I want to say like. I mean, you mentioned how it's like a Street Fighter super, like she's about to do a Street Fighter super.
man.
I want to see somebody like make it so she like does like a line of cocaine or something off her arm and just get like super speed, because it's almost like that. She's like, because the power I have, she like opens up like a wine bottle and takes like a swig of it, and all of a sudden she's fucking
Oh.
invincible. So it's
Yeah,
like,
you have the invisible one. Yeah, you got to do the one where she turns invisible, and then you got to do the range one where she paints her face. That one's fucking awesome.
I seen that cutscene where she's like, I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
she
shit,
paints her
gotta cry.
face. And then there's one where she does an area effect, which is very, very advantageous. Like, I was like, does this even work? And then, like, I use it against hard machines, and it could put them down if they're low on health. Or, like, even halfway, it can help you put them down. Is where she powers up her staff, and she strikes the ground, like, Kratos style, and, like, the whole area erupts in electricity. That was fucking very useful.
Dude, I haven't watched the new episode of Attack on Titans yet, but yeah, we have.
neither
Neither
have
have
I.
I. Fuck, I need to. Yeah, I need to be
Yeah,
emotionally
but-
prepared.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know.
I heard they're on pause. So I guess if you're 6 or 7 in or 8 in, then there's no new ones until like the summer or some shit, something like that.
Well, I know
So-
Crohn's was right about something, so
About what?
It's all good.
you're right about something. I don't want to say what it is. If you haven't seen the episode yet,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah,
All right.
I'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Put a little
Yeah.
bow on it.
All right, I guess
A
to
little
start it, I will end it, sort of. Oh, Ninja's gonna end it. I'm just kidding. But Blue, what else do you want to talk about? Anything else?
So I'm just gonna continue playing Horizons. I was gonna say Horizon Zero Dawn, but no, Horizon Forbidden West Side. The game is great. It pretty much took about a lot of this podcast, but yeah, like gas prices fucking ridiculous. I just put in a claim for my car, so I fucked up the front end of my car, and so hopefully it's gonna get repaired. It wasn't something major. It's something that's really minor, but like the parts and stuff cost too much. I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go to my insurance to have them fix it. But basically my front wheel is kind of tilted in. Like the toe on my car on my front tire is kind of like at maybe 15 degrees off, which is it's not that bad, but like I didn't even notice until I took it to the body shop. and they
It
got
is for
pointed
your
out.
tires.
Yeah, it's very bad for my tires, especially since they're fucking new. But yeah, I'm gonna take my car into the insurance or get my car fixed and stuff like that. But planning my kid's 1 year birthday. That shit's literally 8 days from today. Like my kid's gonna be turning 1, so we're doing something for him. So I'm looking forward to that because it's this kid's. It's so a little funny thing that happened to him earlier. So Carlos, you probably know about this. Like, there's that the Frida baby booger sucker, right? Where
Yeah.
you get, like, it's like a straw and you can suck out the boogers. Well, they make like an electric version.
Oh, really?
They make an electric version. Yeah, and he's like, he hates it. He hates the original one. He hates this one even more. So we kind of give it to him to play with when we're changing his diaper, because he's at the age now where it's hard to change his fucking diaper because he just wants to play with everything that's around him. He doesn't want to lay still. So we give him this to kind of distract him. Well, he was playing with it and it fell so when it's on, it makes like a vibrating sound, or it vibrates, but also lights up. So it kind of keeps him entertained for a little bit. Well, he was playing with it and it dropped. Well, it dropped by his neck, and it's a suction. So it sucked into the back of his neck, and so he got a little hickey on the back of his neck, and it looks like a hickey that you would get in high school. Like, you meet up with a girl and she's like, and she leaves a little hickey, and I think he got a little hickey on the back of his neck, which is kind of cute. But like, it's just funny. It's just this kid, he gets into things, and it's crazy because it's like you see him doing one thing, you turn away, you turn around, and he's doing something else. Like, holy shit, this kid's a fucking ninja. And there's so many great stories with this guy, and I can't wait to like let him actually get to meet people, because he hasn't really met that many people, just because with the whole shutdown. So he's gonna meet some people at his party. So actually, no, I think everybody who's coming to this party he's met already, but it'd be kind of cool to let them see him older now, because I think before then he probably was like a couple of months and maybe like
he
6
was a
months.
wee
at
baby,
most.
even though he's still a wee baby
Yeah.
now. But yeah.
Well, I always try to find out like what's the definition of a toddler. Like, some say like it's 12 to 4, some say it's 2 to 5. So it's like if he's no longer a baby, but he's like in the toddler side. It's weird. I don't know.
I think
But,
it has to
that's
do
it
with,
for
so
me.
like the word toddle is like a thing, right? So I think it's like how they can their motor functions is like a thing, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's they can move short, unsteady steps, learning how to walk. That's mainly how most people talk about toddling. So usually when I talk about toddlers, for me personally, it's between like the ages of like maybe like 1.5 to like maybe 4, and then they usually
So, yeah.
master walking by then. So yeah,
The definition of a toddler is a young child who is just beginning to walk.
yeah,
And he's kind of there.
yeah.
Interesting. Cool.
So anyway, hope you learned something.
Yeah.
Like, people are listening.
The more you know.
Yeah, toddler. The word toddle is a real word, and that's why they call them toddlers. And also, the terrible twos is not really a thing for most kids. It usually gets the worst that I've seen for the two kids that one that I've raised and the one that I'm raising now. It's usually around the 3 range, and then you get then it gets okay until about like 11, 12. Then it gets terrible again. Like you're good for like a number of years, then it gets fucking awful. Then it gets way worse than the 2s or the 3s. It's like, it's way worse.
Yeah, they start talking back.
They
You're
don't
like,
talk
what?
back. They talk shit.
Oh,
That's the thing. They talk shit,
yeah.
and you're just like,
You're like, what?
yeah. Then you
What'd you
start
say?
thinking about consequences. You know, it's like, I could
Mm.
do this, but there's gonna be consequences. So yeah. Anyway, I'll do the next one, then we'll have one Ninja take us out of here and talk about his thing. So I got to start packing up the house fairly soon because I need to move within the next month. So yeah, that's weird to even say. But I just got a
That's
message
quick.
back from as we were doing the podcast from a realtor about like disclosures and shit like that. This is like the first house that I've sold that I gave a fuck about. I mean, I've sold a house before, but it was like a short sell. Back in 2008, when the economy had crashed and I had to short sell my house because it wasn't worth shit because I bought it for like $315 and I sold it for like $2 something. I was like, God damn. I was weeping from Iraq. Oh, but it was all good. It fucked up my credit, but it's fine now. So yeah, we're packing. We're gonna start packing up hopefully this week. I'm gonna start buying some boxes tomorrow, and yeah, I'm looking forward to like getting the next stage of our lives going on down in SoCal. But it's gonna suck for a little bit. So the podcast could be they're gonna be in a different location, 100% in April. It's gonna be much more confined space for me. I'm basically gonna do my office is gonna be under the stairs, probably under somebody's stairs. So
like fucking Harry Potter and shit.
yeah, basically you can call me Harry Potter.
Oh, shit.
You know, which is I'm pretty because I need a private space to work because the work that I do is non-repetitive, but like when I have to work, it's very intense work. So I can't have like distractions. So I need to work in a private space, which is probably going to be under the stairs. So, but my brother's under his stairs. It's a decent sized space. It's enough space for me.
I'm about to say, I'm like, if your brother's under his stairs, I'm pretty sure it's like this huge under the stairs cavern that opens up into a whole new like arena or some shit.
Probably does. Yeah, you know, might have to defeat some golems and shit to
I'm
work.
just
But
like, God dang, it's
all
like
good.
opens up, like literally opens up to like Hogwarts. You're like,
Every day the troll has a fucking a riddle for you to solve to be able to get to your office.
Man, I would so lose that. I hate riddles.
but I'm trying to get on his level now. Well, maybe not his level. 'Cause his house is kind of actually not. Fuck that. I could eventually do it. You know, his house is nice. So this is really nice, especially now with
Real
this fucking
nice.
crazy ass backyard. But I look forward to like actually spending time with him again because I think there's like some stuff that I would like to talk about with him on a personal level that we haven't talked about in like a long time. We've hung out, you know, obviously we're family, but we haven't had like a lot of time to like really like just sit down and talk about shit in a while. And I'd love to like sit down and talk with him and also be like his. I'm gonna be that annoying guy of like trying to get my brother back into shape. Maybe I might shame him daily. I'm just saying.
Your brother built his own like gym in his house.
I mean, is he using it?
I have no idea.
I'm just saying. I don't think he is.
Oh
Just saying.
man,
I don't think he
Man.
is. But
I mean,
I'm gonna.
if y'all haven't, to give y'all an idea, he literally he turned his garage into a gym.
Yeah,
And it's
did.
like he matted the floors. Like he has like all kinds of he has crazy equipment in there, and like a rest area that he has in there. I'm just like, what the fuck?
He's the person that convinced me to buy a Peloton bike. So
Yeah, you were saying that. You said it on the podcast because he had one before you, and then he started to call you out.
and he ain't using it. I use mine way more than he uses his. Just saying.
Damn.
Just saying. Fireman, if you're listening to this, when I come down there, I'm gonna fucking pester you every goddamn day about working out. I'll be your accountability buddy. We're gonna do some shit. I'm just saying. I'm bringing down my kettlebells. We're working out.
Motivated.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just sort of joking. Not really. I'm gonna fucking bug you. Anyway, oh Ninja, whatever else you got, and then take us out of here.
So for me, like I said I'm gonna watch Picard, so I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna get 2 episodes in on Picard. I need to try to squeeze in this the Boys Diabolical because
It's so good.
everyone's been. I've heard people talking about it, but I just hadn't had a chance to watch it. And then it's gonna be me and Aloy because I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end. And shit. Oh, St. Patty's Day, I guess, is next week.
Son's
So
birthday.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens then. I don't know if I'm gonna go out, probably not, but I'm since the Rona times, I haven't gone out too much. I mean, I went zip lining the other day, or last weekend, but it was kind of like a controlled type thing. We were in a group, and they broke us up into smaller groups, and then we stayed together for like the day. Yeah, it's kind of about it. I don't think I'm planning on going anywhere anytime soon, but there's some stuff happening at my house as well. So there's a little bit of restructuring that I'll be doing, and yeah, it's just gonna be gaming and shows for the weekend, really. That's it for me.
Take us out of here, then, man. You do the thing.
All right. Oh, you just experienced Black and Black times Infinity. The
Infinity.
biggest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with Bees and BTI. That's BTHAN BTI. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we go live 8:30 Pacific time or West Coast time, depending on how you say it. Every Wednesday, you can see us on YouTube, chat with us. Try not to be, or don't be an NPC. Don't release your NPC. That's kind of rude. You can check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/BeesandBTI. You can email us at beesandbti@gmail.com. We have a Discord where we interact with y'all and talk off the cuff and shoot from the hip type of stuff. More candid conversations there. Yeah.
I shoot from the hips too, but also near the center and lower. What I mean is from my penis. I shoot from my penis.
Oh,
There you go.
Splat ski.
Man at last has succeeded in penetrating further.
Oh, shout out to Stitch and Prodigy. We shot them out on the show.
I mean, they know what they did.
Remain unmatched.